Today, we're introducing our second guest on the Terminally Online podcast. We have Prison Joe, a RuneScape creator on YouTube and Twitch, a member and co-founder of the Base team, recurring member of the Base podcast. Welcome.
What's up,
How
guys?
we doing today?
How we doing? I appreciate the prop. Thank you for negotiating. You need to take the tip off those people believe you. You know, you got to commit to the bit sometimes.
That's what my doctor did when I was born. So.
Oh, like take the tip off of this?
Yeah, you got to commit to the bit. You want people to actually.
Or you got to spray
it. Oh, my bad. I pulled out the wrong one. That was my bad. That was totally my bad.
That's good. That's good.
So how do you feel
what
about...
podcast is this? What podcast is this?
This is number 9, I believe.
Yeah.
I've never counted, and I never will.
I think that what's the threshold that's like some insane percentage don't make it past? I believe it's 10. So you're almost there. I think it's 10 is the metric. After I think most of them are done before 10. Like they get abolished. It's like some insane amount. So
we're gonna be the survivors. We're like Reba.
Yeah, I think you got it. Yeah, you got a good. You got some funny, some funny guys here.
We're like Reba.
One of them is missing though.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Where's that Mason guy that usually comes on the podcast?
You know,
he's actually in Greece right now.
I've spent a lot of time with Mason. You know, I've hung out with Alex a good bit as well. Definitely. I don't know if I've hung out with Mason or Ubaru more, but they're pretty neck and neck. You know, and that guy didn't show up today. You know, doesn't fuck with me. I guess after all, it's okay. That's okay
He's
though.
just a hater, bro. He's secretly a hater. It's unfortunate, you know.
That
it's really
guy's
the people that are
definitely a
closest to
hater.
you.
That guy's definitely a hater for sure.
Absolutely.
I mean, being on the league ladder just went to his head. Just saying.
He's too big for us now. He's
if
too
that guy
important.
took 30% of the time he spends hating on people secretly, he might, you know what I mean? He could go to the next level.
It's interesting you say that.
You too, motherfucker.
Because, like, dude, like, no. This ain't about me. Okay, look, no. I was gonna say 2 podcasts ago, he was like, we were talking about Imagine Dragons. And I was like, I fucking hate Imagine Dragons. People who listen to Imagine Dragons, I don't get a right vibe by them. And he was like, I don't know. It's just like, it's kind of weird to like hate people or to dislike people and like a band. It's like, just let people like it. And I'm like, dude, like 2 days ago, you were hating on fucking Coxie for the music he was playing on stream. Where the fuck is this coming from? Or switching up in the public eye.
Don't they both listen to drum and bass?
Yeah,
they literally do. That's why I don't understand what the problem is.
Dude,
it's all wubs and bass
it's gotta
sounds.
Be the vibe.
Like, it's all the same, man.
It's got to be the vibe of the drum and bass. That's wrong. I don't know. We
love Mason. We just like giving him shit. Yeah.
You gotta give him some shit. You gotta call him out though if he's hating. Also, I love Coxie. You know, I feel like I've never hated Coxie. He's just a funny guy. It's just the enigma, the meme, the aura is just he's funny. Yeah. You know, it's funny. And I don't know if he actually plays into it or not. Like I'm not sure. Like I don't know at this point if he's
I don't know if it's a bit or if he's just actually biting the bait.
Well, what is the bit of Coxie? What is Coxie's bit that he plays into?
Just him being mad.
He gets really worked up about things that are just kind of like trivial sometimes, and it's really funny. You know, at least I've seen a lot of. I mean, so he used to be on Behemeth. You know, by the way, shout out to Behemeth if you watch. Maybe someone does, but thanks. But we used to be able to use his clips, and now we can't because like people would get him like worked up about something, and they just send us the clips because they wanted to like get him on there. Like Matt, that's why he revoked our permission to use his clips. Not because he hates us. He's just like, hey man, I keep seeing these clips of me like out of context, like yelling and like getting mad, and he's like, I just don't, I don't want to I don't want to continue this on. So that was kind of the reason why.
I think it's a bit. I think Coxie's really like, I think he's pretty quick actually, and a lot of his mods are the ones that are starting the jokes really.
Yeah.
The banter,
he definitely gets rage baited pretty easy, but I think he's always been like that in terms of like, because I watched him like maybe like 5 years ago, and I think like people would be like come in and be like, what's your opinion on this? He's like, I don't really know about that, and then definitely would get hit with the rage bait, but I don't know. It could be.
All I'm gonna say, chat is a reflection of the streamer. So if they're rage baiting and they're fucking making him tweak
That's
out,
true.
it's like
it was allowed. It was allowed at some point.
Exactly.
So.
Dude, don't say that to its will, bro.
Ooh, yeah, that's a whole different beast in itself, right there. That's Will Chat.
Yeah, the cult following.
Do you think
honestly, I feel
streamer's
bad
chat is a direct reflection of the streamer, or do you think there's some nuance there?
I think there's definitely some nuance, but I think for the most part, it's like, you know, if you cultivate a really like if you're a streamer that is generally like super wholesome and super nice and respectful, then your chat is usually going to reflect that. Because the people that are like just annoying fucking dorks, then like they're not going to watch that streamer. You know what I mean? They're going to be watching Prison Joe. So like, I think that if you are like a streamer who's more obnoxious in nature or like louder or whatever, then your chat is going to be, you know, funnier. We'll say funnier.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I feel like the main thing I'm fighting, you know, I'm trying to fight the chat every day. They get horny, man. People get horny, especially the RuneScape community, bro. It's a lot of horny.
Was it like that early on for you, by the way?
Oh yeah, dude. People have always been horny in the RuneScape section. You know, especially if you're willing to talk about things that involve anything sexual, even if it's like the smallest bit sexual, people will just take it to the extreme. You know. Like you pull out a banana and like someone like you can't eat a banana on stream without somebody. That's a good like benchmark. Like if you pull out a banana as a streamer and you start eating it, someone's gonna say something. Like there's you just can't like someone's gonna make the joke. You can't escape it. You know. So you have to kind of embrace it, but you don't want to take it too far to where you have you know, you don't want the extremely toxic, extremely over the top horny chat. You know, you gotta find the happy median.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a bit of mine.
You gotta play off of it.
Yeah, a bit of mine is on Fridays, on the weekends, we'll allow more horniness, but during the week we have to repress.
It's business.
You gotta lock in.
Yeah, you gotta lock in
the
during
work
the week,
week,
you know?
guys. Fucking zip up your pants.
I say no gripping during the week. On the weekend, feel free to grip, but during the week, no gripping. You know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Non-grip. Yeah,
it's a good schedule. You gotta have routine to it.
Yeah,
not Juicy, bro. Dude, every stream is business for Juicy.
There's some horny people in the White Juicy live stream. I'm one of them.
Definitely.
To be fair, shout out to White Juicy, DJ Juicy.
Shout out to White Juicy.
This is kind of nice. This is like, it's not my podcast, so if it's dog shit, like, it doesn't matter, dude. That's kind of sick, man. Thanks for having me on, guys.
We just roll with the punches around here. It's fun.
Yeah, you know. I feel like sometimes
we just like to have fun.
Yeah. When you guys ever like went on a tangent and then you're just sitting there and you're like, God, this is not content. Like, this is dog shit story. Like, wrap it up. Like, you ever have that feeling in your head sometimes?
Yeah. Dude,
no, I'm a narcissist.
This is the first stream. Fun.
Who's the worst culprit? Who's number one for that?
Dude, I don't know. Probably Beandip. Definitely Beandip.
Beandip.
But
Beandip
like,
goes on some
hell
crazy.
yeah.
Can we
tangents.
just talk over him if he starts going?
No, we usually let him finish depending on what it is.
Or
For the most part,
we just let the editor cut it out. So it's just like, if it gets too off
the
topic,
last
then...
podcast, I left it on such a bad note. I was thinking about that too. I was like, I just ruined the ending of that podcast.
Dude, it's fine. Dude, there was a few times last podcast because I passed the threshold of me being high and like entered into just like non-verbal zone. That like
we even commented on it.
Right, right before that
we
fact,
knew.
Like, I'm not high now. This is the first podcast actually that I'm not taking an edible beforehand. Not because of the new year.
Hey man,
I'm not doing better. I'm
January.
Still, dude, no. I just, they're coming in the mail.
They're just not here right now.
They're coming in the mail? Okay.
Is that legal in North Dakota? Can that happen?
What?
Never mind, it's fine.
There's only 4 states weed is illegal in, and I'm in one of them.
Is there only 4? What are the 4? Do you know the 4 off your... Oh, federally. What do you mean federally?
Utah, Kansas, and then 2 other ones. But I just picked the Mormon state of Sabay and then my state.
Okay.
It's legal here.
Dude, how is having the RuneScape podcast going on? What do you got? Do you guys consider this a like in any facet of RuneScape podcast, kind of like a hybrid type deal? Like, what's the goal here? What's the building
goal? It's definitely a hybrid. It's more like people getting to like talk about their life or like what's going on in like social media, like the landscape of streaming. It's not necessarily just RuneScape, but like obviously we're all invested in the RuneScape community, so like we're gonna have RuneScape guests on that we like or that we fuck with or that we're friends with. So like it's a part of it, because it's the game we all play, but it's not just like let's talk about RuneScape. Like when Sater came on, like he's just super passionate, so he talked about RuneScape for like half of it, But like we have you on, like it might be different.
What's cool about Sater is that he is slowly on his podcast kind of transformed into that a bit. Used to be very strictly like RuneScape podcast. Like I can even tell from the first time I went on there compared to the second time, he's much more like interested in talking about things outside of it now. Like he still talks about RuneScape a lot. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely a RuneScape core podcast, but like he definitely is like very happy to talk about streaming, like even like current events, like his life, you know, his personal life. Like he's really changed the landscape of his podcast, which I think is the best. You know, at the end of the day, it is nice to if you have a good group, it works well, especially if it's comical in any sense at all as well. Which yeah, I mean, I've listened to a few of these podcasts and I was definitely laughing. You know,
I think music is like everywhere. So what I'm seeing is more people want to listen to podcasts because you have music and ads and streams everywhere you go. And so like that's a big factor why I think people want to listen to podcasts. So when we put it on, I always want it to be there for somebody if they just want to throw it on. So I think it has to be kind of a wide scope. So I think that's kind of our goal here.
For sure.
Yeah, I think it's also
whatever the fuck that guy just said. I agree.
I was gonna say it's one-dimensional if you only do one thing and then never evolve. Like, I think the human experience is you need to evolve through what you're like listening to, your interests, like what you like. So if you only do one thing forever, like you're never gonna grow. You're never gonna enjoy anything else. Some people are like that. Some people like only listening to like RuneScape podcasts, and they have those.
Yeah,
but like obviously that's not us.
I also just think that RuneScape is like it has such a low ceiling when it comes to like potential growth. You know, it's like you can go like from here to here, but then like all of this is what you can get if you like expand into other topics or you just do literally anything else in that sense. Like, I don't know. I've always thought that about RuneScape, whether it be streaming, YouTube, podcasts, literally anything. It's such a niche game and it's such a niche community that a lot of the people, like my uncle isn't going to fucking listen to people sit there and talk about RuneScape. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. There's definitely a cap on it. The game is great right now. It's in a great space. But, you know, that's why I do like the Base After Dark podcast is 100% a part of variety, at least in my head, of what I do, because we've gone completely opposite where we barely talk about RuneScape, and then of course it's a meme that like I'm gonna kill them if they talk about it. But I've came back off that a bit. I felt like it was just nice for a while to just have kind of nothing, and then I think now we talk a bit more, and like kind of like you guys want to do, having a guest on every now and then, you know, is cool, especially if it's somebody we've not talked to before. Yeah. To see how it vibes, because it can be really good, and you know, sometimes it can be bad. Sometimes it can be kind of boring, especially if you start going off on a tangent and they're just sitting there like, "What the fuck? Like, what's going on?"
You know,
here?
This is a good point, Seth. Who's the worst guest you've ever had on?
I don't think there's a worst guest, but I just remember when it like hit me. It hit me. I like West Ham. He's a cool guy, and this is nothing on him. But I just remember there's a point where we were just like going off on. It was a really good bit too. It was very funny. It was like me, Ignoble, T Papa Slice, just talking about something crazy. And I just remember a point where I looked at, like, you know how you look at each other like when you're doing these, especially if camera on. I look at West Ham and like he's just sitting there and just looks so like out of place and just not involved. I guess could be
checked out.
Yeah, just checked out. And I was
withdrawn.
like, yeah, and that's when I was like, yeah, like we, you know. And then thankfully Zoe was on that one, and she like reeled it back in and like involved West Ham again. But sometimes it's easy to like get away from the guest sometimes if you get going on something that doesn't really, I guess, interest them, or they don't really understand the bit, etc.
And it's like opposite with your TOB Tuesday, because you're doing RuneScape, and so you can choose to engage in RuneScape or not. But I feel like my favorite episode was the skill specs episode, and I liked when you didn't engage in RuneScape. And not to say your other guests aren't great, but like seeing the podcast of IRL go into RuneScape a little bit's nice, but seeing the RuneScape content drift away, that's what I think is best.
Yeah.
Also, your Skidler episode was so funny too.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I think comedy-wise, Skidler is the best TOB Tuesday I've ever done. But I think that's something in 2025, like that's in my resolutions, is I want to get. It took me a while to really like, I guess, like stand on the fact that TOB Tuesday is essentially it's comedy. At the end of the day, it's scripted comedy that I'm acting out and improvising at the same time, and then just based off the guest. And sometimes it can go good, sometimes it can go bad. But really, like, standing on that, I want to kind of adventure further down that realm. Because, like Alex said, RuneScape does have a cap, but I feel like things that really exceed the cap of RuneScape, like, are when it involves some type of IRL aspect or something that's not RuneScape. Because 100% TOB Tuesday is a RuneScape, like, talk show. I don't know what the fuck you want to call it. it's something, but there's a big aspect of it that has nothing to do with RuneScape, which is why I love doing it, and which is why I think it took me so long to figure out something to do on YouTube, because I'm not gonna make a one chunk Iron Man. I'd rather fucking kill myself 10 times over.
Yeah.
Timestamp that.
That's free views. That's free views.
I mean, it's just like, I'm not making a one chunk Iron Man. I'm not making some crazy, like, you know, like I'm not fucking a cold one speedrunning Grandmaster. Like, I'm not doing anything like that. So it was really, really tough to figure. But I feel like in content creation, as soon as I figured that out, as soon as it clicked, the TOB Tuesday, and all these other ideas just start popping up in my head. Just needed the first one. Shout the Qniques for being the first episode. It's like, after that, it all just started like coming together for me. And like, I think this year I'm going to expound, and I have all these IRL videos that I have scripted out, been wanting to film them. I also would like to go try stand-up comedy. I wrote a couple like small, like 2-minute sets out, and I'm gonna pick up the open mic in Nashville and I'm gonna rip it. And if it goes well, I'll post it somewhere. If it goes bad, you'll never see it.
that's honestly in my bucket list is stand-up. I just think the improv and like really messing with people and kind of getting clapped back is really fun. So
yeah, the instant feedback from like, especially like on shows like Kill Tony, like those are like so great for like starting comics or comics who've been doing it for years that like kind of need pointers. Yeah, it's just like,
I'm just kidding,
dude.
It's just like, I don't know.
If you go on that show, they'll let you know where you're at real fast.
Yep. But I think like stand-up comedians who've been doing it for a while need that kind of kick in the ass though, because there are guys who go on there who are like 5, 6, 7 years into doing it, and they just like haven't been confronted about like truly about like why their set is working, why it isn't working. Like, sure, they get made fun of, like, oh, you're balding, oh, you're fat, like whatever. But then it's like actually goes into them helping them. There's a component of like using them for content, but then also helping them, which I think is great. I think that's such a great format of why the
there's a
Kill Tony show works.
Benefit.
Yeah, there's a mutual understanding. And then there's like people who don't get it, and then they get made an example of because they just like go insane and like freak out. That's even funnier. But yeah.
That'd be me.
Yeah, comedy is definitely a balance. I feel like it's really difficult. That's why, like, when somebody says like they just make a racist joke out of the blue or whatever, it's not very funny. But when a comedian does it in a set with their own personal experiences, then it's like contextualized. Or I just feel like people tend to just go on Kill Tony and just try to be offensive. But really, when it comes to, that's why it's difficult. That's why only comedians can say stuff and whatnot. That's because comedy is meant for everybody to be involved.
Yeah.
And they know how to do all their topics in a way that involves everyone. So like, that's kind of what comedians need. They just need to go for something, but focus on it being for everybody. Because I feel like sometimes I'll watch Kill Tony and it's just like, oh, this guy's making fun of this group, and that's all it is. And it's like, whatever.
Dude, the best comedians, at least the ones they always have a wealth of like life experiences, what has made them, and they've like molded that into all these sets. Obviously, they add things, and like, you know, like that's what you got to do. You know, you gotta like maybe you have kind of just a borderline story, but you add a few elements to it to make it this hilarious like
embellish
thing that pays off in the end. Yeah, you got to exaggerate, you got to embellish. And I feel, I mean, it's really a lot of storytelling at the end of the day, and like those are the best comedians who tell, like, he's like Dave Chappelle, like his storytelling is immaculate, and then he always has just like that, the timing and the storytelling is just perfect. And I feel like something like TOB Tuesday is at least got me good for improv. Obviously, I'm not doing it in front of an audience, but I've made plenty of bad jokes where no one's laughed on virtual setting or in person. In person as well. So I think I can handle I think getting over that is also like you're gonna miss. You know, every great comic has a story where they fucking bombed out at multiple times. Yeah. You know, and you know, that's how you learn.
There's no success without failure, and that comes with everything. So
that's real as fuck.
Speaking of, we were gonna ask you, do you prefer Twitch or YouTube comments for constructive feedback, or do you even use any of them?
I really don't read YouTube comments. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I really don't read that shit, to be honest. I've had people be like, "Why don't you interact with your like YouTube community more?" I don't know. I just don't really. I mean, I read it a little. I go through and read a few comments, but like I don't obsess over it and respond to everybody and do that. And to be fair, on something like TOB Tuesday, there's not really too much constructive criticism that's gonna build what that is, because I feel like it's either kind of for you or it's not. There's definitely some things people have said, or like suggestions like to be made, but also I feel like a lot of it's editing. That's why like Saint Tits is the other half of it. Like I literally opened a Patreon that just pays him. Like I pay him for, you know, editing, but like I opened a Patreon for Top Tuesday, and if you subscribe to it, all the money goes to him, because I see him equally as a part of what I'm doing there. I can't just, if he was just like, fuck you, Prison Joe, I'm not doing Top Tuesday anymore, I would have to just stop doing the series. I would just have to do something different. Because it's at that point where like I don't think I can't give an editor the hour and a half of that and be like, hey, make this Top Tuesday, man. Like it's not gonna, because we sit down and we go through every episode, and it's a collaborative editing process.
Yeah, shout out to Saint Tits, because like I think like the most important thing when people want to build channels, especially if because you started doing streaming first, right? So it's hard because when you're trying to contextualize that, like either content you're either streaming from Twitch or you're creating for YouTube, and you're usually what people do is if you are like a more mainstream streamer, they will have editors edit for them, and basically they'll build the channel with them, or like a specific person or whatever. So you're doing that with Saint Tits, and you're also doing that with the Base podcast. So like at the same time, like you're able to build a vision with somebody, which is like the most opportunistic thing you should be doing. Because if you just hand stuff to people and they're like, do it your way, and then it comes out wrong, and then you're just like wasting each other's time. Like there has to be collaboration in whatever you're making. So that's super important, and I'm glad you guys like have a cohesive thing, because it's like obviously it's working.
I couldn't stream as much if I didn't have someone help me with that project. Like I need someone to help me with it. I'm teaching myself editing, but just basics, more so cutting stuff down. I've gotten good at cutting stuff up. I make all the shorts for Behemeth, Batchess. That's helped me as well with at least editing. I've just effects and stuff I've not gotten into because I haven't bought any. I don't have Adobe or anything, but I would like to maybe further. But first I want to like master cut it, because like that is, if you're paying somebody to edit something, if you're a content creator, the main bulk of that is going to be them just cutting whatever you have the footage down. Like that takes all the time. So if you are a content creator, if you can at least learn to cut the shit down to an appropriate size, you can probably afford an editor. It'll probably be worth it for you to pay an editor to just make it sexy, you know, to put some transitions, put some good music, make it look good, you know, because the bulk of the work is going to be done cutting that down, because that can take hours and hours, especially if they don't have any idea of what your vision is. Because I've heard that from plenty of editors, like, this guy sent me a 6-hour VOD and wants a 10-minute video. What the fuck?
Yeah,
that shit sucks.
You have to scrub through it, make it like digestible in 10 minutes, and then on top of that, highlight like the humor that the creator wants, then put effects in, then like signify what they're doing. So like sometimes editors don't even play RuneScape. They don't even play the game that you're, you know, streaming, or like you could be streaming a variety game. Like they don't know what to highlight. So like with no creative direction from the creator, it also makes it impossible. So it's like it's a two-way street in that way. Yeah. So big respect to learning how to edit, because like that's something that I'm doing as well right now, and I think Alex is doing that too, because he's editing a new series, and I'm editing my last Leagues videos going into like the Grandmaster series that I'm doing for RuneScape. So it's like
I work at Red Lobster.
This guy doesn't edit, but us, we're editors, guys. But yeah, so it's just super difficult to like learn the time management for that. But sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask what your workflow is like, maybe day to day, and if that's like something you consciously think about.
It's funny because I started streaming on a shitty laptop, fucking borrowed web camera, borrowed microphone from the guy that I actually ate. I ate a bunch of corn dogs there, one of my friends. Same guy who gave me he lended me his Blue Yeti. And it was really funny because I had the gain turned all the way up. I didn't know anything about audio. I didn't know anything about like aspect ratio. My stream looked like shit, sounded like shit. I'm killing Vorkath. I don't know what the fuck's happening. I'm just screaming and yelling and just like, I'm just yapping. And like, dude, I had fucking, I don't know. I think like 2 viewers for probably like 3 months, like 1 to 5 viewers for about 3 months. And I just kept at it. And then I quit for a while, and then I came back to it. And then I got left, dude, honestly, and what's funny? The full circle of this is the person that gave me exposure enough to have people watch me was Stella.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
I will explain. So this is back at the beginning of 2020, because the end of 2019 is when I started streaming, and I did it for a few months, and I just wasn't having any success at all. Like I was just I had like the Ember of Ash, the RuneScape clan that I'm in. Like those are the only people that would watch me. I have like a couple people come in and say what's up, you know. Like that was my really only my viewership. I did that for a few months. It wasn't going well. I was like in Discord calls while I'm streaming. Like I wasn't like actually like anybody knew that came in. A lot of times I wouldn't really. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. At the end of the day, I had no clue what I was doing. I was just going live, and so I think I took like a month off from it. I was like, and then the new year started, and I was, you know what? I'm gonna give this a better shot. I'm not gonna sit in Discord calls with my friends. Like I'm gonna actually like try and be a streamer this time. And you know, it was starting to go kind of well. And then so Odablock was streaming on Twitch this time. It was during his staking arc. He was, you know, that's what like one of his like peak arcs.
The best arc.
Honestly, I mean, that was a banger. Like it was great content. He is staking, and he raided Stella. Back then, they was cool. There was no beef back then. That's when she was just like a streamer. She also was a staking streamer. So obviously, he raided her. And I remember, so she raided me, and I got a residual, like, it was like a few hundred people. She raided me with like a few hundred people. And I remember like going through her VOD, and I remember going through her VOD just to see how she even like rated me. And she's just scrolling through the section. She's like, let's find somebody that's working really hard right now. Somebody who's grinding. I want to raid someone who's grinding right now. And there I was like 8,000 plus Vorkath, road to pet or some bullshit. And she rated me, and that's what got me like viewership. A lot of people stayed around. Some of them still watch me till this day. A couple of them. But that's awesome. That's what gave me the little because I knew nobody. I didn't know anything about stream. I didn't watch stream. I like lurked in I've lurked in a Bodhi stream, you know, like I wasn't a chatter. I watched Typhonic streams at his peak, you know, every now and then I'd watch Odablock Steak, but like I was not a chatter. I wasn't someone deeply involved in the community. I was working full time. Yeah. But back to the workflow. Sorry, I got off on a tangent there. I was working full time, most hours, 50 to 70 hours a week, and then streaming part time. Usually I'd stream 3-4 hours a day, typically, like 4 or 5 days a week. Just zero life. I was just fucking, I work and I stream, sleep, eat, gym, work, like every day. I was really disciplined. It was a good time, you know, made a lot of money and learned a lot. And then, you know, once I finally got to the point where I felt like I wanted to pursue this as a full-time thing and work as a part-time thing, you know, I quit my job, and I was like, I'm going to have so much more time now. And that's why I was going to say now I do more. Because I've gotten involved in so many different things in the content creation space, you know, because when it was just streaming, when I first started, I did have a bunch of time. I was sitting around like, what the fuck am I going to do? Like, that's why I was sitting there like, what am I like? Should I make a YouTube video? So I started making vlogs, and then I quickly realized that if you want to like get into the vlog section you have to fully commit. Like you can't be the RuneScape vlog guy. Like you have to just be a vlogger. Like you just have to. And the vlog content now is just it's so zoomed up. Like, and what I mean by that is it's like harassing people in public, like just bullshit. Like that's what's gonna get you clicks, you know.
Or it's like Whistling Diesel. You know how Whistling Diesel just like. Just like pays for a ton of shit and just films him wrecking it and stuff like that. I feel like that.
Yeah, we buy a Cybertruck and fucking explode it.
IRL
I want to be like David. I want to be like David Dobrik when I grow up. I'm gonna slam my friend into a crane.
I'm just saying, like, if you want to thrive in that IRL space on YouTube, you gotta do some crazy. You can't just like make a cool vlog of you like traveling or like having a good time. Like it's got to be like insane. Like you gotta, that's just and the production quality. Well, I mean, yeah, there is some benefits to being a beautiful woman on the internet.
Asian Bunny X, please unban me. Thank you.
Don't unban him. If you ever see this, don't do that.
The first primary benefit to being a beautiful woman on the internet. Beandip will talk to you a lot.
So
you're welcome.
After I figured that out, I was like, okay, fuck, I was like, fuck you, or fuck this. I was like, I'm done with the vlog. They're fun though, like. I got a couple thousand like views on most of the vlogs I did. Like it was nice, but like I was like, I'm not gonna be able to make like real money or like this. This is gonna take forever to grow. I'm gonna have to like completely start over. And I still loved RuneScape. I didn't want to abandon RuneScape. I was like, I can't abandon RuneScape. Like I still love the game. I still like, if I didn't, I probably would have, but I still love the game. And so then I remember I started doing the podcast, and that was like a thing. And I was doing that for a while, and then the Top Tuesday idea comes into play. and then that happens, and then fucking we buy Behemeth, and then that happens.
Which is crazy for the RuneScape space, by the way.
Yeah. And so then I'm just like, now, I'm fucking wearing 20 hats. I'm always, I'm cracked out, just fucking trying to make the content. But I love this shit, dude. I'm fucking lucky. I'm blessed. This shit's fucking sick. I'll do it till I die if I can. I love TOB Tuesday. I love doing stuff with Behemeth. It's fun. I love streaming. I love podcasts. Like I'm happy. I'm content. And then on top of that, I'm still working part-time in the family business. So it's fucking, I'm fucking crackhead, but
This guy's a fucking.
Is that like whenever your dad calls you or something to help out?
It's a pretty involved thing. It just depends on the time of year, the season. It's greenhouse business. We have a bunch of greenhouses. Sell produce, sell hard goods, we sell retail flowers, we contract to landscapers, etc. Yes, most of it. It's grown in the nursery. But yeah, it's that's also been, I started working in there when I was 10 years old, filling fucking cups of dirt. It's where the back strength came from.
Hell yeah.
But that's also where, I learned how to fucking work, My parents would give me shit. We grew up, he bought that business, we were poor. He was in massive debt. There's a drought. The year after we bought the business, there's a massive drought. Like,
oh shit.
He had to borrow a ton of money. Like, it was down bad. Like, we just broke as shit and slowly crawled out, and now it is a successful business. So, and
well, congrats to you and your family. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's
awesome.
It's been good, but that's the part-time gig,
Does your family know about your TOB, Casey, by the way?
I've not been asked the famous show us your RuneScape account at the Christmas dinner or whatever.
Yeah, we want to know your TOB KD ratio.
They've watched a TOB Tuesday. They thought, they laughed. So I don't know if that was out of pity or not, but they did laugh. So
do you think you've improved that all at TOB with all your KC, or you kind of just?
I mean, I don't really think there's not much else for me to do in TOB except for solo it. That's like mechanically it's like maximizing and like, I guess, perfecting TOB. That'd be the last thing to do, which I'm planning to do this year for 2000 KC. I'm going to solo TOB. And I might make a video about it, I might not, but I mean, it's not, that's the thing too, is like now it's not as difficult now because of all the updates they've done. And they literally just made an update somewhat recently.
It's a YouTube title. It's a YouTube video title. And it's easier.
No, it's definitely still a challenge. It's not easy by any means, but it's not as, because like when they first solo TOB, there's no Blood Fury, and then they have like after the Blood Fury came out, there's like the asterisks, like, oh, he's solo TOB with the Blood Fury, and now there's like 4 more asterisks like after that. So, but it's not easy by any means. Like,
I don't know what the difference is. If you tick eat once and you get it down, you can tick eat a million times after that. It's just, can you do the action repetitively and keep focused for 2 hours?
I don't know. Hours
yeah, but I mean, that's all RuneScape is. If you maxed, 5-10 years ago versus now, it's like those people are gonna laugh at you because it's easier now. It's so much easier now, but it's the exact same thing.
I've always thought this way about RuneScape is that I feel like anybody can accomplish anything in RuneScape. It just, depending on how actually good you are and adaptive to learning the thing, will depend on how fast you do it. But I feel like anybody can do anything if they really like put their mind to it and do it every single day and get after it. You can get it done. Some people are going to get it done faster than you, like, because their base, just like knowledge, base like skill is going to be better than you. But at the end of the day, you can do it. Like, anybody can get GM, anybody can get Inferno, anybody can do it. It's just, do you want to put the time and effort in? It's 100%,
Yeah,
totally.
Willingness to learn, willingness to go through fucking dying over and over and over again and slamming your head. I've always said that RuneScape is just slamming your head into a brick wall,
dude,
until it breaks. Literally, that's all it is. Inferno, just fucking keep slamming your head in the fucking wall. And then
that's where I learned. That's where I learned that. Like, because I think in Inferno, it took me about 3 weeks of slamming my head against the wall, just dying over and over again. When I was a kid,
I used to just slam my head into a wall, and then one day I like got to their side, and I was like, "This is awesome."
Yeah, one day I surprised them. I got it done way earlier than I thought I would. Now I got fucking chanced twice, and probably shouldn't have got the K, but I got it done earlier than I fucking thought. I got it done in under a month. I thought it was gonna take me like months to get it, but
we take those moments.
Exactly.
It always surprises me
and getting after it.
It surprised me how fast people learn it. Like, for me, it took me probably 1 or 2 times of figuring out who to buy it from, and then I was good to go, so I didn't get scammed. I did get chance, but yeah. I mean, if you actually do your Infernal Cave, nobody cares, bro. Just buy it like me.
Dude. Unironically, yeah. It's like I preach that ass. I'm like, if you don't think you have the mental to go through Inferno, it's like, but you really, really want the cape or whatever, it's like, okay, fine. It's like, just don't go around fucking bragging to people that you have a fucking cape. And no one's gonna give a fuck.
There's so many people who do that. They like, I know they bought it because I know the person who did it, and it's like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Why do you care? Like, does that give you some kind of social status?
Dude.
You think you're upgrading in the community? Like,
what's the point of playing? Because I feel like, dude, for me, the peak time, like that is a peak moment. Getting your Inferno cape, like you like robbing yourself of that feeling, dude, is just, I don't understand.
It's
like,
awful.
Why
it's like one of the best feelings I had in playing
Dude.
RuneScape ever was getting my first Inferno cape.
Why would you rob yourself of that? I just don't get it.
You know, before getting my cape, it made that grind like made me cry at one point. Like I died to Zuck, like
Bitch?
I think it was like 2 or 3
Really?
times in one day. Yeah, I swear to God. Like it was after like 2 straight weeks of doing it. Well, a week and a half straight of doing it whenever I was logging in. And like I died to like Zuck and Triple Jads like 3 times in one day. And I immediately logged off after the last time. I just laid in bed and I just started crying because I felt so defeated. It was fucked up.
I literally saw the meme last night. It's the fucking Family Guy when Stewie goes to sleep and rolls over and he starts like pouting.
Yeah, that was me.
Alex.
That was dead ass me, dude.
I did Coliseum before Inferno. I did the Coliseum before I did my Inferno cape, and I swear it was like the hyperbolic time chamber. Because I went into Inferno, I was like, this shit's easy, and I got in like maybe a month.
I gave you so much respect. I give you so much respect for doing Coliseum before Inferno, because my personal take is Coliseum is so much harder than Inferno because you have to exactly like pray. And like, granted, yeah, if you like pray flick in Inferno and miss a mage, you get hit a 60. But like, there's like 4 different things that can hit you different things while you're in the Coliseum at the same time. So like, it really is just like situational awareness. Like, is way better if you can do Coliseum first.
If you get a visual tick counter, you'll understand the game. Like Tasty's video, I think I've talked about this before, but Tasty's video of like breaking it down into bars of music, like it made sense to me.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say the Inferno, like it's just a longer commitment because it's a much longer thing. But it does seem like I haven't done the Coliseum, but it's I look forward to doing it this year. But it just seems like it's more punishing, obviously, if you fuck up. As the Inferno, you can cheese and kind of get away with a lot of bullshit, especially if you tank and get lucky. But the Coliseum, you're just dead. But the good thing about the Coliseum is you can go right back in and you're only 12 waves away, not fucking 60. So that's
yeah.
I feel like
I do
that's
love
like
the speed of the Coliseum comparatively.
Yeah.
Now, I feel like I would never grind Inferno now compared to Coliseum just in my free time.
Yeah.
If I wanted
what do you think about Gnome Restaurant though?
Shut up.
Do you think it's like Italian food?
Dude, I don't even know anything about it. That's a collection log aspect. I feel like when I'm worried about collection logs, that's like at least 3 years from now, because that means I've probably completed everything I wanted to complete, which I'm not even close to doing yet. So
I think Beandip's framing of the question was like, if you had to compare gnome food to any food in real life, what would it be? Was more his question.
Oh, my bad.
Gnomes. I don't know, dude. The gnomes are kind of bougie. I'm not gonna lie. You know, they're kind of like they're.
I was thinking like Italian or something. Like Italian cuisine from Italy.
Yeah.
But where else would you get Italian cuisine from, buddy?
America.
Jersey?
That sucks compared to Italy. I don't know.
You've never been to Jersey like me.
That's pretty true.
Yeah, you went to
let's go to all the different races in RuneScape and equate them to real life.
That's a bad idea.
There's nothing will go wrong with that, I'm sure.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I don't want to go to Shiloh Village. I don't know what you're gonna say. Like I don't want to know the answer to that. You know. Like,
wait, actually, okay. We had a question that we talked about last pod that I'm curious about your answer. Is that if you could like live anywhere within RuneScape, like where would you want to live? I think fucking Satyr said he wanted like Lunar Isle or something because it was a bunch of single women.
That's crazy. He knows that. That's crazy.
He was Mormon.
Yeah.
He is Mormon, so it's okay. He can have multiple.
I forgot about that.
I am a fucking large white man who enjoys the outdoors, so it's an easy Relica choice for me. I like the
Relica.
cold.
Yeah,
I really do like the Relica area. I was gonna pick that too. Yeah,
dude, I live in Relica in real life. It's not that great, guys. Fucking trust me.
It's always snowing. You know,
it's always snowing. There's nothing here. It's just like fields and animals.
Everybody grunts at you. Oh,
Hey, if you like hunting with a spear or gun or bow, then like maybe this is the place for you.
Sounds like Prison Joe, 6'10", 300 lean.
Yeah, dude, I
Anything
could
you're
get
afraid
down out
of?
there, bro.
Is there
Something
anything
I'm
that scares you?
If you're face to face with a buffalo right now, would you be scared?
Absolutely.
No, they're chill. My uncle's family used to own a buffalo farm.
Chill.
Dude,
Oh, okay.
I'm not even kidding. My family used to have a buffalo farm. Well, they still do, but
Really? My family has a
so I don't
buffalo
really-
head in the entryway. It's huge.
Yeah, I mean, it's a farm, so you kill buffaloes. So it's
Dude,
that doesn't fit me.
I don't live on a farm.
I'm just still trying to think of what I'm like scared of. I don't think it has to do with me. It's like I'm scared of someone else like harming my family. I think it'd probably be about it. It's like me. I don't know. I got to this point. I don't know. I just don't really view my life as like. It's like it is what it is. Like I'm ready. You know, if it happens, it happens.
So you're saying that if you were if you were put into a coffin while alive and buried up in with it, you wouldn't be panicking?
No, I'd definitely be panicking 100%.
Dude, I was actually gonna bring up the same thing because I was gonna relate it to that Ryan Reynolds movie where he's locked in the coffin.
It's like I'm not really claustrophobic though. I don't think I'm claustrophobic.
I'm very claustrophobic.
I've been in the tank before, so there is a within the government there is a training where there is like claustrophobia where they throw you in this tank essentially and they leave you in there for I think it's like a few hours.
Is it just like a sensory deprivation tank?
Yes, but smaller. It's a very tight metal tank. Like you and they throw you in there.
Dude,
So you just go to sleep?
Yeah, well, I mean, you can either freak out and panic, or you can chill and trust that they're going to open up that door because there's just a little hole in the top where the oxygen is coming in. So whatever you think, you have more than enough oxygen in there, but your brain is going to tell you that it's going to fucking, like, it's going to give you that. I mean, people listening right now are probably already thinking about like that reaction. If you have that reaction, you're fucked, you know, like you're going to fucking panic and freak out, you know, especially because you don't know if maybe they fell asleep out there, dude. Or maybe they left you. Maybe like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, it's like, it's definitely, it doesn't sound that bad. We're like, oh yeah, just chill out in there. But when you get in there and you're like, fuck, like, they're going to open this thing back up. Like, it's different. But dude, being buried alive, that would fucking, I would try and put myself in a position where they kill me before they get me in the coffin if I can. Like, just fucking shoot me or something. Like, I'm not trying to get buried alive.
That would be optimal.
Worse. Yeah.
You do not want to get buried alive, I don't think.
I'm literally begging you, can you just shoot me in the head instead of fucking burying me alive?
Just run, yeah. Have you ever seen like there's so many movies where you see where the guy's like about to die in the worst way? I'm like, I'm gonna just take off. Like, surely hopefully get killed. Like, someone shoots me with an arrow. Someone shoots me. Like, someone
like
puts
Skyrim.
me out. Yeah, exactly. Like, why are you gonna get fucking, like, you're gonna get beheaded and have all this lead up and like you have to think about it? I'm just, take off, man. You know, take your chance, you know, take the arrow. Like, fuck, bro.
I knew you weren't Dragon
Get
Boy.
away, and if they kill you, then, you know, you're not dying a slow death. So it's like, you're still winning.
But do you believe in ghosts? That's the real thing. Do you have a ghost story? No ghost stories.
We went on, so it's funny, me and Saintons committed crime in college. We with some other friends, we broke into a building. Apparently there's this building on campus where on the top floor it burnt down and killed like 12 people died in the fire, and it's like closed. It's still there, like the floor, but it's closed off and everybody says it's haunted. And so we broke into this building at night. We burglarized this building, a campus building, and broke into it to go see if there was
explorer.
To go see if there was a ghost up there. And we went up and we walked up. We walked down and back, and no ghost, unfortunately. But Saintons was the one who made the entry first. So we had to like push him through this like kind of this crevice to go around to open the door. It was honestly a crazy experience, but that didn't happen though. FBI, if you're listening,
Dude, going into
I think the
abandoned
statute
places,
of limitations is over, right? It's been long enough.
dude. Yeah, honestly, we are old as fuck. It probably is.
Dude, don't say that. Going into fucking abandoned places is low-key like scary, not because of like paranormal phenomena, but because I'm afraid like a homeless person gonna come out and like stab me, like that ass. I remember me and my friends went to the old abandoned PA Turnpike, where it's just a tunnel, and fucking like on each side of it there's like these buildings for operations and shit, right? And like we like snuck into those buildings when people weren't passing by, and like we're able to like look at all like the inner workings of the turnpike and shit. And the entire time, I was genuinely just afraid that someone else was gonna be in there. That's the only thing I'm afraid of. But I do have one paranormal story that I was really fucking high at my friend's house one time, and we had this ghost talking to app on our phone. And I was like, I looked at him and I was like stunned, and I was like, dude, I want a fucking quesadilla right now. And then the app went cheese, and we were like, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, it's real. Yeah, dude, those apps were so fucking funny, and like I was low key kind of gullible back then, so like
yeah,
I was like, holy shit,
dad's got your ass on
there's
that
a
for
there's
sure.
there's a fucking guy here right now. Holy fuck.
I wonder if it like actually could listen to you and it could respond. How long ago was that?
That was
that like iPhone 5 era where people had like the lighters on their phone and all the dumb shit that people did in like middle school? Like how old were you?
It was after that. I was an adult.
Damn.
This was
You were an adult and afraid of ghosts?
Let's just cut.
This was
let's just cut that.
This was like 2015, 10 years ago.
Okay, I mean that's fine.
Dude, it's like we were
Damn.
high. It's like, what do you want from me? You know, I used to go over to his house, and I would we would fall asleep. Jeez, we'd fall asleep in his fucking living room watching fucking Ghost Adventures.
That show is bullshit, by the way.
That show
Can I
is
just
bullshit,
say-
but I traditionally don't like anything even remotely like scary. I'm a very big pussy when it comes to being scared. So like even like the littlest, like when Scary Movie 3 came out and the little motherfucker had the chainsaw and was like, ah! I was like, I had to leave. It was in the movie theaters. I remember specifically my mom took me to the movie theaters to go see it. I had to leave. I had to leave the fucking
You
theater.
kind of do got like the big guy scared of a mouse aesthetic, you know?
Dude,
Ooh,
dead ass,
you
like,
see the mouse come out, you start like jump on the
For
chair.
sure.
Seth, I remember distinctly like trying to like ease my way back into the movie again, and like I was watching it through the fucking window in the door so that I could just like tuck away if I needed to. Okay, granted, I was a kid at this point,
Yeah.
so like, it's not that bad. Now I can
Okay,
watch Scary
now
Movie.
you were a kid, not an adult anymore.
No, this one was
that's
Scary
still pretty
Movie
gay.
3,
Like,
bro.
That's on the tier list for sure. Watching a
Yeah.
scary movie from outside the movie theater, that's on the tier list. Like that's decently up there on the gay
That's on
tier
a
list.
few spectrums at least.
I just remembered what the heck happened to Sasha.
Spits?
Yeah,
Sasha
is that
Spits?
second season of Top Tuesday or what?
I think she's like done with streaming stuff and RuneScape. I think she's just
okay.
doing. I think she just does her modeling services now. We'll call it
Online
that.
modeling.
I'm sitting here talking about being scared as a child, and Beandip's just in his own world thinking about ass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
okay.
mean,
honestly,
that's
scared.
fucking
women.
sick,
What
bro.
women can I think of? Sasha
Okay.
Spits. What happened to Sasha Spits, guys?
In my defense, it's really hard to miss on that woman. Just saying. In my
Yeah.
defense.
Yeah, I think she's just probably found success in that world more so than the more so than the RuneScape world. Because that's still content creation at the end of the day, just a different type. But
Online modeling is more lucrative, I think.
yeah. Definitely
introspective.
probably
Higher
the
ceiling,
bag is,
higher ceiling.
Yeah, the ceiling's higher, the bag is better, and do your thing. I support it, but yeah, I think she's just done playing RuneScape.
Well,
I only know that too because there's a guy who's was heavy mod in her channel, watched her a lot, and he came to my stream, and like that's kind of what he told me. So
Oh, okay. You got the intel.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's my intel. Yeah, that's where who knows though? Maybe something else happened, but that makes
Is
sense
there-
though.
maybe she's.
Is
planning
there a
something
chatter that like who's your most memorable chatter? The second they come in, like there's gonna be something. Do you have one of those or?
Maybe like over your whole career as like a Twitch creator, like who's the most memorable chatter you could think of? That was like always on one, or like somebody you can remember.
Someone who's like a good chatter, or like someone who's just crazy, just always on one.
Fuck it, do both.
Just the most memorable to you. Just whatever strikes you.
Probably a guy named Loaded. Name's Loaded.
Loaded? Really
Yeah.
interesting.
He's watched my
Okay.
stream for a very long time, and like he always cracks me up with his usage of emotes, etc. He's very
Okay.
and he's a very interactive guy. He's funny. He's Prison Joe 2024 Chatter of the Year. There was no voting. I just said he is. So
I deemed it so. I'm the creator. I said he's the best. Okay. Yeah.
Dude, the emote game in Twitch is really important, I think, because like if I see like good emotes in a channel, I'll stick around and chat. But I also watch like 10 streams at a time, so
it's also about like the togetherness of the community and understanding like the humor of it, because like there's like sub communities that like will use like emotes that are used in like big streamers like in IRL and like just chatting that use stuff like that. But then there's like people who just like only use like ones that are accustomed to like their stream and like things that they think are funny. So it's like it is interesting thinking about like chat rooms and like their own humor with emotes. It's interesting.
Yeah, you know, it's like if I had 20 loadeds, 20 bams.
Oh man, if you had 20 loaded, yeah,
I'd be unstoppable. You know, be unstoppable.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
But you know, it's it depends on the day too. I feel like some days I can't even read the shit. It's like the chat is insane. Like people are going crazy. They're throwing the potato. They're gambling. Like it's it's fucking just absolute chaos. And then some days it's just chill. You know, it's kind of slow and like. I think it depends on. Also, I think it just depends on the streamer too. Because some days I don't yap as much. Like when I'm yapping, that's when the chat is always fast, and I'm not really paying attention to RuneScape. Like I'm like, you know. And then eventually, like it just comes to the point where I'm like my social battery is going down, and then like I think most streamers do, you start to like just focus more on the RuneScape. Yeah, focus on the RuneScape, and then it tapers off. Also, naturally through the night it tapers off because most people go to sleep. You know, they get off their computer around 8, 9, 10, 11, and like most people are getting off around that time too.
Yeah, I definitely. Yeah, same.
Do you think it's important to set up like systems and like in your stream, for example, you have like the gambling where like you have like points that can like be contributed towards like a goal that you can gamble towards, or like, you know, you have like the potato bot where it's like hot potato for anybody who's not in Prison Joe's stream. Like you throw a hot potato, you at somebody. Oh, you have 2 minutes to go throw it at somebody else, or else you're timed out for however long it keeps going on for. Like how important do you think it is to have like systems and goals and stuff like that for like people who want to stream?
Those are huge. Like I don't think you want to overdo it. I think you have to kind of know what you're working with. Like I feel like simple is good at first, and then once you get more people who have bought into you as a streamer and what you're doing, then you can add more complex things that take more. The potato bot is hilarious. It's very funny.
That's a good bet.
And like it's really good. You know, the gambling thing is funny just because it's like at the end of the day, I'm a streamer who likes to interact with the community. Like RuneScape's cool, I love RuneScape, but like it's not the main course. It's just the conduit of entertaining people, and that's what I want to do anyway. Like I don't want to be a serious RuneScape player. Do you think I think I could lock in and be a serious RuneScape player guy? Yeah, sure, but am I going to be as good as the other ones? No. A. B. Am I going to be like? It's just not me, you know. Like I can definitely like focus full on the game and try my hardest. But first off, I'm not going to be as good as some of those guys, and second off, I'm not going to enjoy it. It's not going to be as like I stream for literally. That's just like, you know, whatever you want to call it, personality streamer, entertainer. Like that's what I like. I like to have a good time, and I mean, yeah, like I think my stream is for people, and it's not for some people. You know, even my friends. I have friends who. My friends, they don't fucking come to my stream. Like, it's not for them. They don't like I'm loud. I'm fucking yelling. I'm fucking slinging. Like, I'm trying to sling jokes. I'm trying to have fun. Some people don't like that. They like, you know, some people like watching, you know, fucking Adicom with some trance doing a fucking sub 50 Inferno. Just relaxing. You know? Yeah. It's, everybody's got, you know, some things are for some people, others are not. Same with Top Tuesday, you know? Like, I don't expect people to fucking like that. It's a niche. It's a niche comedy, you know? Yeah. It's dry. It's pretty dry
it's
too.
Niche inside of an already niche game. Inside, you know what I mean? Like and you got to basically like your personality to engage in the content, or else it's like, what are you watching it for? It's like you're watching the news because whatever, and then you just turn it off. Yeah. Makes no sense.
I really do though. Go ahead, sir.
So I was gonna say, you said that like you for some of your friends, like your content isn't for them. Did that ever like make you, like when you're first starting, especially, did that ever like make you feel like a level of imposter syndrome, whether it be as a friend or as a streamer, because like your friends weren't showing up to your streams? You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say that you know, people always talk about the imposter syndrome. I really like, I don't know, I just feel like my philosophy with how I like go after any type of work, I don't really fall prey to that too much. I don't think about it. You know, I really have like grinded in my head. If you don't like me, fuck you. You know, that's really my mindset. Like, if you don't like what I'm doing, fuck you. Like, go watch somebody else. There's 1,000 other streamers. There's 1,000 of videos. If you don't like what I got going on, go fucking watch something else. I'm not gonna be butthurt about it. You can tell me you don't like what I'm doing, and that's fine, bro. Fuck you. Like, I feel like that's just, I don't know. I feel like that's so deep in me. I feel like sometimes I'm disappointed in myself. Like, when I know I didn't have the best stream or I wasn't being that entertaining, I will get down on myself. I guess that's a type of imposter syndrome, I guess, where I don't, maybe to who was watching it was fine, but to me, I don't feel like I fulfilled, you know, because I like to, if I feel like if I'm
quota.
Yeah, I feel like if I'm not like I feel like if I'm not like socially exhausted after streaming for 4, 5, 6 hours, I probably could have, you know, interacted a bit more, maybe tried a bit harder. You know, and not just, you know, chilled and relaxed. But I really, I think I have but I know a lot of streamers really struggle with that. They really, like, people who make content in general, they struggle with like the self-doubt, like they worry. But yeah, I feel like I've really like conditioned myself, probably, maybe it's a good thing, I don't know, to just really be like this, I guess you could say, like fucking, you know,
focused.
Yeah. I mean, I think at the end of the day, like, your content and your stream is about you. So even if like friends necessarily aren't like showing support, right? Like they're not showing up to your streams or whatever, it's like that's less important because like it's all about you, you know?
Let me say this right now, dude. Everybody who's a streamer, everybody who makes content, like, you have to have a small amount of narcissism. Like, you have to. Like,
absolutely.
You have to be about yourself. So naturally, a lot of my friends, etc., are also aspiring or want to be content creators. So I don't expect them to be taking all their time supporting me, you know? Like, they're trying to do their own thing, you know? I don't expect Ubaru to be in my chat every day, chatting and yapping, you know? I think it's really cool and respectful that he comes by every now and then and says, what's up, you know? Just like, all you guys do, you know? Like, that's cool. Like, that's nice. And, I mean, you'll even find out. Yeah, even Beandip, you know? Even that guy.
That's, wow. You are very benevolent.
Listen, so just to be clear, you and Beandip are on good terms. You're cool.
I don't think I've ever been on bad terms with Beandip.
I love chopping it up. I think I think the thing on me is I used to take Twitch chats very seriously, and I would get into trouble. I would cause trouble. Not a thing anymore, but
you're a bit of a mischievous guy. You know,
I've seen Beandip argue with people in my stream, but like, I've never like had an issue with him personally. Like, and that's another thing too, is just like, am I going to take time out of my day to like worry about that and deal with that? Like, probably not, you know? No, that's not disrespect to you, but it's just like, it's just like, it's not on the priorities, you know? Cause I don't have no issue with you. Like, you have issues with other people who watch my stream. That's like, I'm not going to be.
None.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying you do. I'm just saying in that moment you might, but I'm not going to take time out of my day to try and mediate that. Like, that's not my problem. Like, you guys are adults at the end of the day. Like, if you don't like each other, like, figure it out. If it spills over into my stream, usually I'll just ban somebody or time somebody out and just like move on, you know?
Yeah.
I'm trying to
You're not going to stop your stream because drama's happening, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. Unless it's like something funny or it's like lighthearted, you know, then we can, you know, hype it up and make it like something silly, you know?
Yeah.
Come in the Discord call, talk it out. Yeah, you know, if it's banter, it's banter. But when people, because there's been, I mean, if you stream long enough, there's going to be a time where there's going to be somebody arguing in your chat, like, you know? I think my most recent. Yeah, no, it definitely sucks, but I feel like you get quicker at handling it. Like, the last one was this guy who was like saying, I forgot how he put it. He was like, oh, he got permanently muted in Runescape, and was like, I didn't do anything. And I was like, well, you probably did. If I had to bet on it, if you got permanently muted in Runescape, you probably said something you shouldn't have.
You probably did a few things.
You probably did, yeah. And that's all I was trying to say. This guy just kept getting, like, he thought I was, like, dead set saying that he was. I'm like, no, man, I'm just saying more than likely you did. But there's a chance not. I mean, let's be real here. Jagex has banned a few people they probably should have banned, right?
Yeah.
Many times. So I was like, there's a chance. I'm just saying, like, if someone is permanently muted in RuneScape, 9 times out of 10, they probably said something insane, and that's why they're permanently muted. Yeah. Not always, but I would say 9 times out of 10. But like, it was this whole like thing, and it just ruined the vibe, you know? Because then he's like arguing with this other guy in my chat, you know? Like, people were like arguing, like people were like, "Oh, we don't fucking care," you know? Perfect. Like, it's like awkward. I'm fucking. I think I was doing Hunter on like leagues. I'm like, bro.
Dude,
I don't fucking care, dude. I don't care, bro.
Dude,
I'm sorry you're muted.
I've had it where two friends that don't like each other like came into my chat. This is like 2 years ago now. Like they came into my chat and they were fucking at each other's necks, like making fun of each other, like not banter, like they were actually arguing and like shit talking. And I was just like, dude, you both fucking suck right now. You suck
I won
so bad.
I won that argument.
I finished the raid I was in, and I was just like, you guys are the reason that I'm ending stream right now. I want you to know that. I shame them as fuck.
That's so base. That's so base.
I shame them as fuck. I was like, both of you are being fucking pussies. This is not the place to do that. I'm ending stream because of you guys. And I fucking ended.
I feel like there's a couple ways to handle it. I feel like the one way to handle it is what I'm talking about is just like I address it, but I'm just like, bro, like I'm done with it. Maybe you time some out. Maybe like, thankfully in the last situation I was talking about, the guy just was like, okay, I agree with you, and he dropped it, and it was fine.
Yeah.
But like, or that is hilarious. You know what? I'm fucking sick of this. This person. I'm ending right now because of both of you. Hope you know you ruined my fucking day. You ruined my fucking stream. And then you just hit the end button. You don't even like raid nobody. You just hit the end button.
Let it cut off. Content. You don't even finish your sentence. Like you let the delay fucking cut you off.
That is content. That's actually fucking hilarious. Like I would be fucking dying if I saw that live.
Yeah.
Sometimes the like comedic timing of ending streams is so underrated. Like I feel like everybody does this whole like, all right guys, we're gonna go and raid this person. You know, they really draw it out. They're like, okay, we're gonna go hang out in there and have fun. Sometimes the best thing is just being like, fuck you, and then just ending the stream, you know, just just getting the cut off.
Well, I forgot the thing I did one time is just like I pull up the random numbers. If this is a 2, I'm ending right now, and then I roll it hits 2, and I just look at the fucking camera and I just end.
I watch that day.
In the stream.
Yeah,
I love abruptly ending streams, especially as a small streamer. This shit's so fucking funny. I remember like I randomly stopped playing RuneScape. I played a round of Dress to Impress on stream, and I was like, there's no way I don't fucking place here. There's no way I don't fucking place here. And then I was like last place, and I was like, fuck this shit, and I flipped my camera off my fucking monitor. You just saw it fall down the back of my desk, and I just ended stream. And that shit was it's so funny when it's like a rage ending like that. Yeah. There's theatrics to it, and it's just so funny to me.
Sometimes it's good, yeah. You know, I fucking blew up my keyboard that one time. I beat it against the table.
That is the best emote.
And then people turned into an emote,
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Now it's a great emote, you know? And rest in peace to that keyboard.
What was the origin of that, by the way?
So I was this is back not too long after TOA came out, RuneScape's worst raid, under Barbarian Assault as well. And
top
fourth best.
Weird fourth best raid. Yeah,
I kind of like TOA.
We were. It's not as bad as I make it. You got to go with the meme though, you know, especially as the Top Tuesday guy. But we're doing TOA, and I spilt, dude. I'm telling you, bro. So the right side of this keyboard I use is like where all the I can turn my audio up, down, and I can press play and stop music. I can control audio. There's like a little interface.
Yeah.
On the right side of this Razer keyboard. And so I spilled, dude, I'm telling you, one fucking drop of Red Bull. This thing's had water on it, fucking all kinds of shit, dust, fucking food, whatever, dude. I swear, dude, like I kind of like fucking gargled the can a bit, and it just, one drop just, I guess, seeped into the fucking, just perfectly, spread out onto the fucking, onto the board there. And it just started fucking my stream. Like it was fucking, it cut off all my audio. The song kept playing and stopping, and I'm losing my fucking mind. And Jake C is raiding with me, and he's also live. And thankfully he was, because we wouldn't have got the clip from it. But it kept fucking up. I'm already drunk. I'm doing TOA, so I'm probably mad that I'm doing that, because this is like months after it came out. Like I'm just probably mad I'm even doing that shit. And so the raid, I thought they were gonna wait for me. Well, they were just standing in the warden room as the final boss, you know, and the first phase. And the boss, after like a few minutes, it just automatically starts whether you want it to or not. Usually everybody has to talk to the girl in there, and then it starts the obelisk phase. And if you just don't do that after, I don't know how long it is. It's a couple minutes, but it just automatically will start. And that's what happened. And it just boots me out of the raid because I'm not even in there. And I saw that happen, and I just was like, I just fucking took the keyboard and just fucking, and it's so funny because Jake C opened my stream to look literally, because you know there's a little delay, someone was like, oh, because I had just did it, you know, on my stream, but his stream's delayed. So he pulled me up and it just sees me fucking slamming shit twice and then it cuts off immediately. But I mean, yeah, the keyboard was already broke. I just broke it further. There was no saving it, so I didn't break a working keyboard at least. But
it's crazy how resilient. Like I think I had the. Do you have a Corsair keyboard? Was that the one?
No, it's Razer.
Oh, okay. Well, I had a Corsair keyboard for like maybe 10 years, and it lasted me forever. Spilled energy drinks, coffee, water, whatever you want to say it. Like I've cleaned it in the dishwasher before. Like it was fine. Whatever happened, I had a party here for my sister's wedding. Like it was like a engagement party, and the kids came downstairs and fucking dumped milk all over it, and it ruined it. So then I log in the next day, it's got Cheez-Its, milk, whatever the fuck, all over my keyboard. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then it's doing the thing where it's playing the song and pausing it like in the media tab, and I'm like, what is going on? Like, so I dried it out, cleaned it, didn't do anything, and then I have it in the back, so I'm probably just gonna farm with it one day and smash it into my desk. So I'm just waiting.
You probably should.
All the keycaps will explode. Yeah,
I have three keyboards waiting for the right moment.
Dude,
grab it from the arsenal. Bang!
Yeah.
It was
bang.
so funny because like the next day, the only backup keyboard I had is just like one of those super thin ones that's like wireless. Dude, trying to play on that, my fucking ape hands was.
It's like you're pressing into your desk when you're pressing on those. Like you're flexing the fucking keyboard, you know?
Dude, the thing, it was bending in the middle and shit. Like it was awful, man. I was like, I gotta get one of these. I could get a new one ASAP. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Same thing. It lasted me like 4 years, no issues. One drop of fucking Red Bull killed it. Just fucking fried that.
It's crazy. They're like super resilient, and then out of nowhere, it just hits the weak spot, and then it just.
Yeah. So this one's been good though for over a year now. I clean it. I got first off, I got one of these. It's pretty cool. It's like a leaf blower for your keyboard. Pretty sick.
Yeah, it looks like a leaf blower.
It's the most Midwest shit.
Yeah, you can have that.
I was like, I have a leaf blower for my keyboard.
I thought you were showing us your dab rig.
And then this thing right here is the goat right here. This thing you run it between. It's like bristles. You run this between the keys. Yeah, it gets everything out of there, bro. This thing is the goat. And then you also have a little hard brush here. Yeah, this thing is sick.
That's nice.
Yeah, this is a stocking stuffer from a couple years ago. Shout out to Big Cheryl.
Big Cheryl the goat.
Big Cheryl. Do you not take your keys off?
What's that?
You not take your keys off your keyboard when
I use that's like for the quick clean. That's just to get some shit out real quick. Okay, if I do the full clean, I take all the keys off, which I hate that. That's the worst. It takes so long.
It's so
you have to wait for it to dry.
Yeah.
Awful.
I do like a deep cleaning of the keyboard. I'd say like probably 3 times a year maybe, and then the rest of the time I just run that thing and it gets all the shit out of it.
Really? It's like because I'd be sitting here and I just hit one of these. You just slam that shit.
What the fuck?
Damn, you a nasty motherfucker. You gotta do that a lot.
Bro, it's not like a marching band drum, bro.
Dude, it's like I'll just hit that like once every month and just get all the loose bullshit that's in it.
Oh god.
And then like every other month I'll take the fucking, or every 3 months probably, I'll take the keys off and like wipe it down.
Listen, y'all some dirty motherfuckers. I got that clean ass shit on. I'm chilling.
My shit is
because of that keyboard conversation. I was looking through your clips to see if I could find the toe clip, but I remembered you said it's on Jakes's channel. I find this clip of you. You just win 1 bill and a steak. You say nothing and just start drinking the rest of a handle.
Oh yeah. That's a good clip too. That's a banger. That's when I was staking.
So I didn't know you staked. So like, did you come out up overall?
Yeah, because of that stake right there. I was down
that clip,
and I was like, "Fuck it! Like if I lose this, I'll do a rebuild. Like we're doing a Billy." And I fucking rinsed that guy, bro. Like I fucking, it was just 20, 21, 23, 15, and just fucking like.
It was quick. It's like a 40-second clip, and half of it is you drinking.
That's good.
So I won the 1 bill. I hit that back, and I think that was the last time I did a staking session at the duel arena. I left one of the fuel
until you went to kick, right? Or sorry.
Yes, until I went to kick, and then shout out to what is that game fucking called?
Which one? The pig one? Zeus?
Not dude. Fuck the pig, bro. Fuck the pig sucks. Fuck that guy. Fuck that stupid little pig.
Was that Buffalo Run? Or
no. The fruits. What is this shit called? I can't remember what it's called.
Fruit Ninja. I don't know.
No, Prezis plays it. I know what it is.
I know what it is too. It's like Candyland, but for fruit. Or like, I don't know. Like, imagine a version titled Candyland.
I can't remember it off the top of my head.
Dude,
It's called Sweet Bonanza. Sweet Bonanza.
That's what it is.
Sweet Bonanza 1000.
Where is Boss Man Jack? We
goat.
have lost our hero. Where is he?
I think he's in a rehab facility, unironically.
Oh, really?
That goes hard.
Yeah. First he went to jail, then his parents bailed him out, then he came back, and then he started gambling. He's like, guys, we're going to be sober. It's going to be great. I think he got caught again with meth or something, and then he went to a rehab facility. And yeah, that guy needs some help.
Dude,
from my point of view, you know.
I was going to say, one of the craziest things that happened in 2024 was the whole kick thing. Like, that is, like, still surreal to me. Like, the whole thing, how it happened, like, in a way, I don't know, it was weird. It made me feel vindicated in a lot of ways. Like, I have zero regrets for that. That's one of the best things that happened to me as a content creator.
That you could do something different and still succeed.
Yeah, and I can literally just go into this abyss that, like, a lot of people are just completely flopping in. Like, just completely losing all viewers, losing all everything. Go in there and do well and grow, and then re-sign another contract where they're paying me more. That I felt like the shit. Like, I was bumping some music, smoking the cigar at that moment. You know, I felt like I won. You know, when I went there for 3 months and did well, and they re-signed me for almost fucking double what they were paying me. To be transparent with you at the start is crazy. And I'm just, I would have stayed. I would have stayed as long as they were paying me what they was paying me there. Like, that was crazy. Like, that's the first time that I, like, definitely monetarily was making, like, a shit ton of money from streaming. Like, it's crazy how much they were paying. They're overpaying us so much, dude. I can't imagine what they was paying streamers at the start. Like, we were definitely getting overpaid. There's no question about it. That's why I was like,
yeah.
Did you have an exit strategy? You knew it was like that your time would come up one day. Were you like,
yeah, I mean, Twitch ain't going nowhere. That Twitch is not going anywhere. You know, when I signed over there, I was like, people are like, oh God, you lose your community. I was like, well, yeah, if you're a bad streamer, you might lose your community. Like, you gotta stream. You gotta stay entertaining. If you've been just scraping by and just relying on stuff that is not centric to you as a content creator and as an entertainer, you're obviously not going to do well there. Like, it is what it is. But every person that streamed on Twitch, that was a primarily, I would like to call a content streamer, like high levels of gaming, high levels of PVM, not much chat interaction. They're more so focused on RuneScape and being very good at it. All those people who came over did not do well. That's nothing against them. It's just that when it's not centric to you, there's plenty of that already in the category, you know? Because I feel like when it comes to your community, and like if you are really a streamer that stands on your personality and your brand, it should be unique, right? And if that leaves a space, if you're unique, people are going to follow it. If it's a niche that can't be replaced, people will follow it. This is my working theory. I feel like there's some nuance in this. It's just a theory of mine. But if you're someone who is doing something that is already being provided on this platform by multiple other people, who, no offense to them, these guys are all great streamers and content creators, but that's like their base, right? Their base is the content. It's RuneScape. And it's already a lot of that saturated there. Those people aren't going to like leave and come follow you over, probably. Some of them will, but not at the level you probably would like, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know, that's like, I think the main decision was like, I talked with Tasty, you know, because he's one of my really close friends. He's my business partner now. Like, you know, we're tangled in together with a lot of different things. And, you know, I was like, I think we can do it. I was like, I think our community, that's really what I said. I was like, I think our communities are strong enough to where we can go over there. We're not going to get the same numbers on Twitch that we would on Twitch at certain times. But I think we can do well. You know, I think we can make something of it. I think we can survive, you know? And we did.
You're right. Tasty did kill Krill Tutsaroth on Kick. And people watched.
I feel like that, like, anytime I tuned in, it was always he was killing Krill. I feel like that was it.
By the way, how many Vorkath did it take for you to get the Vorkey? I wanted to ask that.
Over 10,000.
Can I tell you my KC?
Go ahead.
34.
Got the pet at 34? Dude, you got that gun, Alex?
Real or fake?
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Well, I mean, real.
Those loud noises of the real gun scare you, dude.
Dude, shut up.
Dude, North Dakota's Chirac now.
That's crazy.
Dude, yeah, I feel like it's crazy. If it wasn't for that stupid paraplegic dragon, like I wouldn't be sitting here right now talking to you 100%. Like, also that's the funny thing too is, dude, I didn't notice until like 6,000 KC that motherfucker got 3 legs. He's a paraplegic dragon who can't fly.
Yeah.
He's got 3 legs, dude. I didn't know that for like 6. Someone was like, he's got 3 legs. I was like, what?
Here's
It's like
another
zoomed
thing.
in.
It's a she, by the way.
Wang
It's
is
like
all fucked up.
no one's gonna give a fuck about
God.
this. But I recently tried to do the Vorkath fight on RuneScape 3 because I have an Iron Man over there now. And
Wait, it's on that game too?
That shit is so much harder. Oh my god. I'm in like tier 90 fucking gear and it's still
I was watching
shitting
you.
on my forehead.
You were getting fucking shit on, bro.
It hurts, bro. It's like I don't know what I was doing, if I was doing something wrong or
Was
what.
that the guy
but,
that kept poking through the ship, like his head sticking out and shit? Is that Vorkath on there? Or is that something else?
No.
What?
It's like straight up up the same thing. Like it's in an icy landscape, like it's like a dragon. When I was watching him do it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
it's
was watching
literally
you do something else
it's
then.
literally Vorkath and then like the
Yeah.
Zamorgil guy that resurrected
Yeah.
him in Narcissism 3.
Yeah, dude,
But like, it's fucking hard.
As far as like a old school RuneScape streamer, like that is like 100% like one of the main things known for is going just fucking really bad RNG for pets. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like that is a premier, like my pet sheet, like EHB wise, I should have like close to 40 pets. I have 26. Like it's not good.
I remember when we were both doing the like Desert Treasure 2 bosses at the same time, and I think I got
Butch,
the Duke
right?
pet.
How do you do? 'Cause it's
Well,
like every week, it was
I
like-
got Butch early, but like this is the thing. Like you went like probably like 10x like all the pets that I did get early. So I was just like, Prison Joe, don't kill me, please. Like in my tweets when I would tweet out, I got the pet at like 300. Like this guy has got
That's
like
that's all I
5K
remember,
KC.
dude. That whole like blurb of content there is just fucking scrolling Twitter and seeing you post, "Oh, I got the pet at 600 KC." I was like, "What the
Bro
fuck,
is laying
man?"
in his bed at
Yeah.
night, scrolling through Twitter, sees the tweet, and he goes, "That motherfucker." Fuck
Yeah,
that
dude.
motherfucker."
Fuck you.
He doesn't even
loser.
like it. He just keeps scrolling past it, going, "Fuck that motherfucker."
Dude,
Fuck
he
that
doesn't even
motherfucker."
follow me on Twitter, and he won't.
Ooh, damn.
Dude, he told me. He's like, I'm never following you on Twitter. So
I will follow
he did
you
tell
on
you in
Twitter.
confidence.
I will follow you on Twitter if you stop impersonating people on Twitter, bro.
listen, brother.
That's
Damn,
a
he
low
got you
bar,
there,
Beandip.
too.
That's a low bar.
Okay, here's the thing about Rigondow. I think he's very well-meaning, and I love his stream, and he's got good music. He's got a good community, and he's like always down to raid with anyone. But I think he's just so memeable. He's just, he's a great guy, charismatic, and he's.
Let me tell you why you
that's
should
all I have to
follow me
say.
while I'm impersonating someone.
Okay,
Here's my
listen.
reason.
Here's how I feel about the impersonating people on Twitter. Okay, if you're doing it for your own enjoyment and you're just troll whatever, like that's great. Like if that's what fills whatever void it is that you're trying to fill by doing that, that's great. Like do your thing, But
If that's what you do to get over your dad not talking to you.
But
What?
you, as like you're doing a podcast, right? So this is a form of content creation. So you like, there's a part of you that would love to be like solidified and noticed as a content creator. If there wasn't, you wouldn't be fucking sitting there. You can cope and say that's not true, but like at the end of the day, it just is what it is. You wouldn't be making content. You wouldn't be involved in streams. You wouldn't be doing any of that shit if there's not a part of you inside of you that wants to be successful in that. So with that being said, as someone who does have that deep down, if you're impersonating people on Twitter, it's not continuity for that. It's not good for that. Like it's not a good look. Like, it's not good.
And Uber has told me to nuke the account actually, and that's something I'm seriously considering
Well,
too.
can I explain? Can I explain
Because
why?
everybody has me muted, so for a
Well,
reason.
not only is it that you've gotten muted by doing the same kind of behavior where you kind of troll, either trying to be somebody or like whatever, but I did impersonation just for solely a joke and not even of a specific person in the community. It was a Twitter channel. It was a Twitter like profile that just posts fit pics of people. So I copied the display name, like the nickname, and I put the image in, and it instantly flagged my account and it terminated it because I did that, because I posted a picture of Bodhi in a trench coat with boots on. He looked like the plague doctor. I posted Rig with his like big shoes, or he's at like a store and it had like all the threads behind him, so he's like getting fitted for a suit. Like it was just like purely comedical for like the community to be like, these are some funny fit photos of like popular creators type of thing. Like I didn't mean any harm by it, but then the Twitter system was like, this guy's impersonating person with a check mark, ban him, and then it just immediately flagged my account. So from my point of view, because I had to make a new Twitter, I lost like 1,000 followers on Twitter. Like I'm saying, for your enjoyment, if you want to keep your account, don't impersonate somebody, because I didn't even impersonate a person. I impersonated a entity that's not even like, it could be like 3 or 4 admins on a thing. Like it's not a person. It's like a group.
I think you're good, because I know in your thing it says you're not Rigondeaux or whatever, which I know that's like the whole like policy for Twitter is like, as long as you're saying I'm not this person, or a parody account, if you have parody account in your just bio and you're doing that, I think you're good. Which obviously I don't think Ubaru did at that time, so that probably didn't help him get banned. And dude, I think those accounts are funny. Like I think impersonation accounts are funny as fuck. Like when you see Joe Biden and it's like has half the name cut out and he's like, this was years ago, but I'm stroking my shit and I got lotion on my shit. Like you see it on Twitter with 50K likes, like that's funny as fuck. Like it's fun. Like there's definitely a value to it. But you, as someone who there's a part of you that wants to be a content creator.
It doesn't help us. I know. And I kind of like to joke around, but
that's all I'm saying.
We did talk about it, and I'm seriously thinking about just deleting that account all over.
Wait. So you could keep that account and be fun and a troll on that account.
Is that the burner account?
Yeah, you can be your burner account, you know? You can have a fun account. Like, I listen, I'm not going to say, like, if someone had a fucking impersonation account of me and it was funny, like, I wouldn't give a fuck. I'm not going to report it. I don't give a shit. As long as they're saying, this isn't me under it, you know, if they're actually, like, if they have, like, photos of my family and shit, and they're not, like, being creepy, that's obviously like
I just have those on my wall.
Who would do that?
Dude, there's plenty of guys who would do that. Not for me though. I'm not important enough. Thankfully.
What guy out there would pretend to be a woman and post a picture of her family on the internet? That's so fucking. That would never happen ever.
Yeah, dude. One of my resolutions in 2025 is just to fucking Twitter is just it's such a waste of fucking like productive time, dude. It really is, man. I fucking like it is, but it isn't. Like sometimes like you gotta have your little brain right here and there, but the balance, man. Like I hate when the feeling of in the moment of scrolling Twitter for 2 hours is great, but when I turn that phone off and I'm like, God, dude, I'm such a piece of shit. Like
your feed is insane though. Your Twitter feed is crazy.
It is.
Like,
yeah.
You would think it's just Runescape, but it's like car crashes and just crazy shit.
It's car crashes, sports, and
beheading,
people fighting.
Well, this thing is like I'd be fucking scrolling. It's like I got sports, of course, because like I'm definitely like I have like sports RuneScape. I call it the extended streamerverse, like this, like the streaming universe outside of
same.
RuneScape. You know, it is funny, like the extended streamer universe. It's like I would compare it to like Marvel, and we're like the shitty superheroes, you know, and like Kai Cenat's Superman. You know what I mean? Like that's DC, but Kai Cenat is fucking Iron Man. Okay, we're fucking, you know, who's the fucking I can't even. You wouldn't be able to name him. The Deep, yeah, we're the Deep, bro. We're the Deep. We're fucking begging for a blowjob out here. Like it's not good, you know.
We're the superheroes you've never heard of in this universe, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's how I view it. But I get a lot of that, and then occasionally it's just like 2 guys on the front lines in Ukraine fighting each other to death with a knife with a drone hovering over. I'm just like, bro, what the fuck? What is this, man? And I literally tap, not interested in this post. Then 3 days later, the guy getting ran over by a car and getting splattered on the road. I'm like, fucking.
It's better than what I get.
Here's the tech. You never interact with the post, not even clicking on it, not even reading the comments. Don't even click not interested. Because I learned, because I had to make a new account, I have like burners. Like I'll make like a burner for something or like a project that doesn't get finished, like just to hold a handle. And then I'll be like, okay, well now I have this account. So I rename it, make my new account. All on the feed is literally just women, and I'm like, I don't engage in this kind of content. I'm like, I click not interested. More come in the next day. I'm going, what? But because you interact with the post, the feed thinks, oh, you
Dude,
like
just
this
download
content.
Grindr. I get it. Download Grindr, you'll be good.
It's like
there'll be lots of men coming in my feed. Like, what's going on? You know,
the only way to fight that, like the algorithm, is to constantly, like literally every day, be liking tweets that you actually want to see more of. Yeah. So like, I like a lot of like video game. Yeah, I like a lot of like I'll like people's RuneScape achievements here and there, but like mainly I'm liking like fan art of like Pokemon and shit like that. Just cool art and shit. And that's really all I want to see when I open up Twitter. But like literally every day, it's just more and more fucking OnlyFans people, whatever, just all this bullshit that I don't want to see. So it's like I don't interact with his tweets at all. I scroll right past him, and I just keep liking the post. And then it's like it's gotten to a point now.
You scroll right past the hot women because like I don't interact with the post, but I can't just scroll. Like
I mean, I'll sit
like
there.
It knows that you fucking look at. Like I gotta hit at least a few seconds. I'm like, fuck.
It's in 3 seconds you looked at that, so we're gonna put 3 more in the feed.
Exactly,
Okay, no. Okay, yeah, no, I look
like.
at it. I look at it long enough for my brain to recognize what the fuck it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so it's not just like I'm not just like, oh, okay, this is like a picture of a woman. I'm moving on, but it's like I will like. I don't know why I'm over explaining, but like
I'm not blaming you for it. I'm just saying that like I feel like the app itself, the app is what's like it knows that you looked at that for 5 seconds. Like even though you didn't touch it or nothing, it knows that you're fucking looking at that shit for like 4 or 5 seconds.
And that's the issue is I see a picture, no matter what the picture is or video or whatever, it's like I'll watch it for a second or two and look at it for a second or two so that I can like register what the fuck I'm looking at. And then if I don't want to see it, I'll scroll past it. But it's like I've gotten to the point now after like 2 weeks, I think, of like constantly just liking like video game art and like shit I actually want to see, that I'm seeing less and less of that. But it's still like sprinkled in there. It's just not, you know, every 3 tweets. I'm not watching someone get shot in the temple.
I was gonna say today, I was like, or it was yesterday, I was scrolling. Apparently they're changing it to be more positive, allegedly. Do you believe that or no?
No.
Oh, you want to know why? Okay, so me and Beandip were talking about this before the podcast, and there's this stream that happened with ConnorEatsPants, who's a famous content creator, and Andrew Dittman, who a lot of people think is Elon Musk. And basically, my opinion is I think it's Elon just the voice mod on, and it's so he can avoid blame of it being him in the public eye. That's just my take. A lot of people think it's not him, or like I don't know if it's been proven, but to me, I thought it was AI or it was just like a voice mod of him. But like basically in the stream, he's doing Fortnite Fridays, at least Connor is, like that's his content. And he invites Andrew Dittman on, who is this personality that engages with Elon. And he sounds exactly like Elon to my point of view. It's just like changed a little bit. And like he laughs exactly like him. Like he's reacting like very like absurdly to things. Like, so he's just basically trying to force him into like these conversations that make him uncomfortable, and like force like what Elon would say by like making him uncomfortable is like the best way to explain what was happening.
And sometimes he'll end it with like, "You smoke."
Yeah,
or like
just
like
you smoke. He would basically just try to like form questions that like Elon would answer, and then like completely pivot. But like the whole point being is that he basically wanted to like see what Elon was like or whatever, like why he portrays himself on this account. And then the day after that happens, it's like Elon's like, okay, we're going to be trying to make the community way more positive, because he was getting so much hate from that stream from all the people in that ecosystem were like, haha, Elon sucks, like he's being this person who avoided responsibility, like blah blah blah. So like he's also been like kind of whining about like getting shit on when like everybody's seeing him as this like overlord of Twitter or whatever. But it's kind of crazy. It's just more like interesting to see. It was definitely entertaining. I watched it, but I don't really know my full opinion on it yet. I just think that Elon's avoiding blame.
I saw a couple of clips. I just didn't know what the fuck was going on, and I wasn't gonna make the time to look deeply into it. But I know you're talking about. I knew that there's a guy that sounds like him, or is allegedly him, or maybe not him,
right?
Or whatever.
It's just interesting. I don't know. It's an interesting topic. Yeah.
I like the clip that I saw of Connor being like, he was like, I think you're really stupid, but really smart in different senses of each word. Like, he was like, yeah, I think you're really smart at like regurgitating information that makes you like seem smart and like remembering things, remembering information and details about stuff. But I think you're really stupid at like, being able to determine whether or not something is good or bad. You know, it's like you're just regurgitating this knowledgeable information, but you can't ascertain whether or not it's like a positive or a negative. And I thought that was really funny because like the guy, whether it be Elon or not, he was like, that's so silly. That's literally so silly. I don't even know what you're talking about right now.
Yeah. That is probably what he would say.
Interesting.
That probably is what that guy would say.
I love Elon Musk, and I'd love it to have 10,000 followers tomorrow as well. So, you know.
Yeah. Can you add me to the filter that I can just say literally whatever I want and do whatever I want on Twitter,
dude,
and I won't ever get any repercussions?
You know, that guy is that's like the best way to put that guy, at least the way I see him, is as someone who's like objectively smart but also stupid. Like at the same time, it really is like, I mean, yeah, it just depends on what you're talking about. But that is like, that's probably the most dumbed down easy way to say it. Like he doesn't know what is good and what's not, but he's smart.
What he doesn't know that he's bad at is humor on Twitter. He's very bad. Like he's very outdated with he's very 4chan, like Reddit mod type of humor. And that's what Connor was trying to say to him. He's like, you don't even understand the landscape you're in. You don't understand that what you're doing is cringe. He's like, what do you mean? What do you mean what I do is cringe? Like he just he went into being Elon, and then he's like, but I'm not Elon, so like it's fine. It's just like he's always like retract as soon as he gets like flamed. He's like, what do you mean? Like I don't do that. I don't do that.
Can I just say that
entertaining.
Low key, don't let anyone find this out. Don't tell anybody. But when Elon was just like, before all like his involvement in like politics and shit, and before he bought Twitter and all that shit, when he was just like a rich guy posting stupid shit on the internet, I loved that. Like low key. Because he was just like, he was the fucking Tesla guy, and that's all he was. And like, he was just posting stupid fucking memes and changing his profile picture to be anime, and like I thought that was so fucking funny, just objectively, to see like a billionaire.
When he was in his Grimes arc, when he dated her, yeah, that was kind of funny.
That was I was saying, like, I think that's fair. I mean, there's tons of people who get, I guess they change, or they just start fucking. I feel like he got to a point where he's just like, I don't care, like I'm gonna do what I want to do, type thing.
Yeah.
Whether it's objectively good or bad, I'm just gonna fucking do it because I have fucking $400 billion, so fuck you.
Yeah, I think it's a problem though. Like, and this relates to the RuneScape community, but like everybody judges you on your political beliefs, and they're judging Elon Musk on his political beliefs, but that's because he's pushing it on people. But you kind of can see fair. Like your self-worth is directly valued to what you think about politics. And it's starting to get grating to see, because it's like you sit anybody down and like you maybe can find a middle ground with mostly anyone, or like you both actually think the same thing, but you just look at it differently and or have different information. So like my dad, like he's a staunch conservative Republican guy, and he's always like,
sorry,
you said he has a stench.
We need to tax the rich, and we need to take care of homeless people and everything. I was like, are you fucking libtard? Like, what the hell are you saying right now? You fucking commie? And then it always gets him just like, I'm not a communist, but like,
call your dad a commie.
Yeah, dude.
I can't even call my dad.
But I think this is a big, bubble up of like, everybody hates Elon Musk, not because of what he's done, but because of what he's saying. And like, I think that's a big thing in the RuneScape community too.
Yeah, well, here's the thing, dude. Regardless of what side you take on that spectrum, or where you put your foot down and speak out. Well, I'm just saying, regardless of what you say, regardless of what side you're on, there's going to be opposition. And if you're not in that space, as a creator, it is a net negative to get involved in that.
Yeah.
It's a net negative to put yourself into that and put your beliefs out there. Like, it might feel vindicating for you, but at the end of the day, tomorrow, no one's gonna fucking care you said that. It is.
Yeah,
at
you
the
don't
end of
care
the day,
about my beliefs.
Well, the only thing you're ever going to do. That's why, like, for so long, I've been. I mean, Seth, you've called me this. I'm like a fence rider when it comes to stuff. I'm very down. Fuck you. I'm very down the middle when it comes to shit, and I do that intentionally. And it's a very hard line to ride, but like you do that intentionally when you're in like the creator space, because no matter which side you take, you're going to alienate people, and you're going to lose people, and people are not going to like you, and like you're almost never going to gain popularity because you're like, oh yeah, this is my belief in this and this.
Yeah,
it's just insane. You're always going to lose.
Being outspoken politically,
it's just a virtuous thing. You're just fulfilling a virtue for yourself. Unless it's your space. If you're a political commentator, if you're in that space, if you're fucking Hassan, you're Destiny. Like, if that's your game, do your thing. Like, get into it. Like, talk about politics. Like, if that's what gives you passion and that's what you like. Like, people come on stream. Trump is president. Like, what are you gonna do? I was like, well, he's president. I'm going to live in the world of facts, and like that guy is a president. Well, He's not yet, but he's going to be inaugurated as the president of the United States. It is what it is. The people
not
voted,
if I could stop it.
Unless Beandip stops
Just
it.
kidding.
Or probably shouldn't say that. But if unless somebody tries to negotiate otherwise, that's which they already tried that. So we'll it is what it is, dude. Like what do you want me to fucking say? You want me to fucking give you a speech?
Yeah, I just brought it up because it's like. It's just sad seeing people like I can disagree with somebody and still like them and respect them because 9 times out of 10 it's like they don't really know what they're talking about and neither do you,
Oh,
so
yeah.
like I don't know because
that's the thing too is I'm not like fully educated on the world of politics. Like I'm not like a lot of if I'm gonna like a lot of things people are saying are in ignorance, not because they want to be ignorant, just because it is because there's objective facts that are countering what they're saying. On both sides of the field, whether you're super conservative or you're super liberal or wherever you fall in that spectrum. But yeah, I mean, the power of shutting the fuck up is great, bro. You will never get in trouble if you're a content creator who like wants to make your content, have fun, and have a good community and enjoy it. I mean, shutting the fuck up when it comes to that stuff is the best thing you can do. And like, it's not a fucking crime. Just because you don't want to talk about politics doesn't make you less of a person or make you a bad person because you're not speaking on this subject, right? You know, just as you have the First Amendment right to say pretty much whatever the fuck you want, you also have the First Amendment right to shut the fuck up and say nothing. You have both of those, and the Fifth Amendment right to shut the fuck up and not incriminate yourself as well. You have both of those fucking rights. You can shut the fuck up. It's okay. Like it's because the thing is, like I said, if you put that long-winded statement out about whatever. It does nothing for you. Like it's not changing the space. It's not helping anything. And I think people lack to realize too that like Twitter online space is such a small percentage of whatever. Like it's not even close to like most Americans are fucking working and they have jobs. They're not fucking scrolling Twitter and commenting on politics and they're worried about fucking feeding their family, providing. Like that's what they're worried about. Like, and like you can put whatever you want out there, like say this is going to happen, that's going to happen. Well, obviously not. I mean, I feel like this past election is a good example of that. Is that there's plenty of people who thought it was a done deal the other way around. Turned out it wasn't.
I was one of those people. I was like,
it is what it is. Like that wasn't. I don't think that was fake. I'm pretty sure that's just what happened. Like I think even the other thing that most people, the popular vote too. I believe he won the popular vote, right? I'm pretty sure. But I mean, yeah, like it's you gotta take whatever you see on there for granted, But I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna go out there. Like I'm trying to focus on making entertainment-based content that does not involve politics. Dude, that would be terrible. I don't know how you would even live, dude. That would be.
Dude, I don't know.
I remember
I think it was like 2 or 3 months ago. People were pressuring this guy, Concerned Ape. He's the solo dev for fucking Stardew Valley. Right, like just one of the most popular, comfy games, whatever, farming sim games, and people were pressing him for like days for him to like come out and talk about his like political view on trans people. And I'm like, literally, I have a draft. I never tweeted it because, again, I'm down the middle. But like, why the fuck would you ever want that? Why would you want to find out that like one of the devs of your favorite game like has a belief that might be different than yours? Like obviously like you want him to like come out and be like, oh yeah, I support this, whatever, blah blah blah. But then like he's also like you said, Seth, it's a net negative because there's people who play his game that might refund it because he fucking said that, and then he's losing money, he's losing new customers, whatever, because he has this political view, and it's just
that view that he has no effect on anything.
No, it doesn't change shit. I'm sorry, but if you go on Twitter, white knighting whatever side you're on, you're not changing shit. Sorry,
you're not.
Definitely not on Twitter.
I mean, look at what happened with the bandwagon. Look what happened with when the new Hogwarts game came out, when they were bandwagoning trying to stop J.K. Rowling
that shit
because
was just
she has.
ass.
I know, but like I don't think it like crazily affected like the sales like people thought that it was going to do. I think
people
it
that
was
fuck with Harry Potter are still
people
buying the game.
Yeah,
they
it's
love
like
Harry Potter.
and I don't know. It's like it's so nuanced. You can't just like snap your fingers and make everybody boycott that. Like, it doesn't work that way. Exactly.
And it's just like, that's like I said, it really is an attitude. Like, I've been around a lot of working class people in my life, and the last thing on their like priorities of living is politics. It's like at the very bottom. It's just not something. When you have the strain of living in this society and trying to make ends meet, etc., like that is the last fucking thing you're worried about. Like, it really. I
was saying that to someone like 2 weeks ago, that I was like, look, if you are in a position in life to have that be on the forefront of your mind at all times, you are living a very, very privileged life.
You're unemployed, probably.
Yes.
Or you're persecuted.
Like I am legally disabled. I collect a monthly check. I pay my bills, but I still do shit outside of that. I have bigger concerns, like maintaining the roof over my fucking head, or my creative ventures, or whatever, that like I just don't. It's not that I don't care, it's just I don't have like the emotional or mental real estate to like give to these things that are just I will realistically never have any effect. No, I know that no matter what I do in the position that I'm in, I will never be able to make a dent whichever way I believe. So it's like I'm just gonna do what I enjoy instead, rather than fucking permanently stressing myself out.
For people who like, it's not a bad thing to want to be involved in politics and want things to be better. But if you do this right here, not do anything, get involved in your community, get involved with the charity, do some work that actually makes the world a better place. Go do XYZ Drive, go give blood. There's so many like net positive things you can do for society that are good, that are going to be a lot more impactful than you fucking yapping on Twitter about how you feel about this. It just is what it is. It's just facts, you know?
No,
go out and do something in your community, man. If you want change, it's just real.
Yeah.
I personally don't shy away from the topics, though. Like on my last stream, we were talking about religion, and that's one thing I really like to learn about. So I'll talk about it. But if you bring it up and then get your feelings hurt, it's like I can't do anything about that. I was National Honor Society, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like,
I was telling one of my friends the other day that like Beandip, you are one of the most like culturally, like when it comes to knowledge, you're very culturally diverse. Like, you know a lot about different cultures. And that was initially, I remember when we first started to become friends and like hang out in VCs or whatever, we would talk a lot about like music or whatever. And like you just like talking about music, whether it be on stream or in call or whatever, I was like, this guy's like really fucking just interesting. You have a lot to talk about. And it's if people are willing to like sit there and like listen to you talk about these things, dude, I invited you to my private Discord, and fucking one of my Indian friends joined, and you were talking about like his culture, and I was like,
music,
and I was like, this is so like cool. It's like I'm not a knowledgeable
you can learn
person.
something
I'm
from
a dumb
everybody.
I'm well aware I'm a stupid piece of shit, but like,
sorry, what?
You invited to the barbecue, bro?
Beandip's definitely invited to the barbecue.
I feel like I'm
and I have the right to give him
that's inherently an African American art. Get me in there. Get me on the keys, bro. That's the thing about like people. It's like everybody's like, oh, do you say African American or black? Can you talk about Indian music? Can you not? And it's like, I think if you just go and do things with people and different groups of people and cultures and engage, you can just be yourself.
Yeah.
I am white. You could say I'm white. My friend who, he's black.
White.
I could say he's black. Like, I think people are so afraid to engage with culture. It's like, oh yeah, your family does this. Is that like a thing that like black people do a lot or something? Like, you can make it in a way where it's not racist, but you have to be careful, because the only way you can do that is by learning history. And so, where to kind of navigate things. So history is very important if you do want to, I think, engage in other cultures, like Indian cultures.
I feel like the way to approach, if you want to learn about another culture, is to be involved with people from said culture and gain just a simple friendship, but then maybe ask a question about that.
Get like shown the way.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Is like, if you, like, for example, I played football in college. You could probably guess what 90% of my teammates were. They're black men.
Football players. Oh.
No, they're black. They're black guys. So naturally, I'm playing football with a bunch of guys who are from inner city Memphis, Atlanta, like New Orleans, like all kinds of different places, different walks of life, completely different culture. And being around these people and like hanging out with them, becoming friends with a lot of these guys, like I learned things about African American culture that I didn't know, And then eventually I got to that point to where like I'm friends with these people, and like I'd be like, yo, like, is this a thing or is this a thing? Like, it's just kind of like that question. Because, like, I feel like at face value, when you ask that, like, if you just meet somebody who's living like a different culture or race, or you just start straight up asking questions, it gets to that, like, insulting kind of like racist kind of like undertone thing. Like, it gets weird.
Because you're using them as a monolith instead of getting to know them first.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like,
exactly.
the common thing. Sorry, the common thing with black people is like when a white person's like, "Can I touch your hair?" or something. That's like a very like it's like a very insensitive, like crazy thing to ask. Like, "Oh, your hair's so wavy. Can I touch it?" It's like, no. Like, hello.
Can anybody does anybody ever ask you to touch your hair, Ubaru? Or
yeah, and I let them. I don't care. I mean, I'm bald, so like, can I touch your bald head? I mean, like, I wouldn't say it's exactly the same. I'd say
there's some friction when you run the hand back. It ain't all the way smooth, you know.
Well, I just shaved today, so it's actually smooth.
When you get to the highest level of whatever you're doing, like in music, when you, like if you're in jazz, when you get to those really high levels, like nobody even cares about race or politics. You're there to enjoy each other's company in the idiom. So like that's where I realize like where culture is and where those boundaries are, because like people, whenever they're focused on one thing, will just exist together, and usually all the kinks will work out for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Now Europeans, on the other hand, you know,
don't even get me
talk about the
started.
Europeans.
I'll be learning about that, dude. Literally next month, I'll be going to London.
Dude, do you have any special Runefest plans? Do you have any special Runefest plans?
I do, but most of them are before. I'm gonna be in London for, let's see here, 3 full days, 4 days technically, but 3 full days. We'll be in London, and I'll get to explore that. Mr. Boatman is going to show us around, so I'm sure he'll show us a good time.
Oh, your friend Adam? Yeah, Adam.
Yes.
Yeah,
most of us in here, we've hung out with Adam. We're all
that's how we know him.
Yeah,
our good friend Adam.
My good friend Adam will be
and his girlfriend Jessie TTV.
Yes, and his girlfriend Jessie.
We address her as Jessie TTV.
Yeah.
She'll be
first name Jessie, last name TTV.
I'm excited for Runefest. I'm actually super stoked about it. You know, it's there's not many times in your life you kind of get to feel like a you know, we're all in a way a niche micro internet celebrity, but there I'll feel like
you are like a
celebrity. Yeah, like I feel like this is like, you know, I'll feel vindicated. You know, like you go to TwitchCon, like there'll be some people there, you know, but not really. Like everybody's there to see the big boys. You know, they're there to see the massive like.
But like you're gonna be like people like you, Tasty, etc. Like you guys are like the XQC of
exactly, dude.
They know the Pokemon of Twitch.
Yeah,
like that's your. I
have like people coming up to me who are a fan of what I do, which is really cool. The position to be in. So like that, I'm excited. You know, that I like because Runefest, it's people who fucking are obsessed with RuneScape and RuneScape related content. So there's gonna be 2,000 fucking people there, which is double.
Crazy.
Well,
I know that there's gonna be some like live like events there too. That I think the whole thing's gonna be like streamed or some shit on the RuneScape channel. And like
they do
I'm
like
excited to see
they do events on the like main stage and stuff. But like
I'm very excited. Like I'm pumped. I'm sad that Tasty's not going to be there, unfortunately.
He's not going.
He has to miss because he had already planned. He's doing with his girlfriend Mel, which some of you guys have met her. They're doing they're going to the Philippines to do something with her extended family, and like they already had it all planned out, and it's literally at the exact same time they rescheduled Runefest for us, so he kind of got fucked there. So
well, when Tasty gets back, I'll ask him Kumusta ang bakasyon.
Yeah, you should definitely do that and see how he responds.
That's some
to
Tagalog.
Gonna say, huh?
He's gonna be like, yeah, bro. Sure.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like, okay, Beandip.
But dude, I'm actually stoked. I've never been to London, so I'm excited for that. Everybody says London is really cool. Aside from the food, but my good friend Adam tells me how, you know, it's gonna be fun to go there, and I'm definitely gonna fuck with him and be like, oh, this is not that good. Like I want to give him like the, you know, because like. We've definitely brought him places, like we take him to Waffle House. He's like, it's not, you know, he's not happy about it.
This is absolutely terrible.
Like, we're gonna kill you.
What is this?
Yeah, it's like, bro, you don't understand, man. Okay, you just don't understand. All right, it's different, man. You're just not from here. Like,
you gotta go there. You gotta go there and act like everything feels like way more greasy and fattening than American food.
Yep. If I was on this diet, I would be at least 350 pounds.
Yeah.
Especially if it's actually bad, because like I have my reservations, because I know Tasty, he went to Paris, and like he went to a bunch of like nice restaurants and then like super nice restaurants out there, and was like very underwhelmed about all of that. I know that's a different place, different country fully, but
yeah,
it's in the same ballpark.
I think that's where he learned how to get addicted to cigarettes too, because he was chiefing.
Yes, yeah, that's very.
He learned how to get addicted to cigarettes.
The cig culture out there, you know, going out and smoking the dart, you know, smoking the dart.
It's not that hard. You just take it out of the pack and stick it in your fucking mouth.
Oh my god, man.
Not the fucking cigarette bit again, okay? That shit's that shit's got to be expired by now.
It's like you said though, it'd be cool to be there just because like we'll actually like be somebody there. It won't be like aimlessly walking around at TwitchCon where there's just like a billion people who have no fucking clue who you are and probably don't care who you are.
Yeah.
But they'll be, you know, it'll be cool to meet people who are like actual fans of stuff we're doing. Whether they're like a podcast, you know, probably people that watch a podcast, people who watch Top Tuesday, maybe they watch Behemeth, whatever it may be. That's gonna feel really good.
From 3 fucking things coming in, because not necessarily. Yeah. It's not necessarily the case that like one person watches like all of those things. It could absolutely be like, oh, I'm a Behemeth fan. Oh, I'm a Base After Dark fan.
You know,
I'm a Prison
It's
Joe
funny
fan.
you say that because they're all different. They're all different.
Yeah.
I feel like people who watch, there's like the fans from Behemeth, because I do host sometimes. Hikemeth. I'm actually hosting. Lily, I'm recording after this to be Behemeth tomorrow because Tasty's gone. But like that has residual people, because I literally will be in RuneScape. People be like, Hikemeth, Modern Amethyst, fucking nerd. I'm like, all right, dude, thanks, man. Good to see you too. Yeah. They're like, you should host more. I'm like, soon, man. Or, you know, and then there's people who come, there's a lot of people, podcast fans are very specific as well. They're like, I'm sure maybe you guys, since you've been streaming, you've had a couple people come like, yo, love the podcast. That feels good too. Like, you know,
yeah.
Like shout out to people who do that. If you're listening, you're one of those people that comes like, yo, I saw you. I'm a big fan of your podcast. They drop you a follow, maybe throw you the primer, whatever it may be. Like that is like, you know, it makes you feel vindicated, you know, because you're doing something for free that you already love, and then like somebody likes it that much to pull up and say that, like that totally. Really makes you feel super vindicated in what you're doing. But
you guys do this for free? What the fuck? I've been getting paid.
No, we've been paying you a stipend of like 2 sticks of gum every episode you come on. You know,
the blessing of
Trident layers.
Like, I know you guys are doing this now, and like the way you're doing it, but like the blessing of like finally getting Sainted, and then like having a good enough podcast community to literally support, like pay him well to like, you know, produce the podcast and make him feel vindicated as like a podcast producer, you know?
Yeah. Is spending the time and effort to learning how to do stuff and to help you guys out. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, you know, now he's the backup editor for Behemeth, you know, if Asterisk needs a couple days or whatever. He, you know, we've built this like little empire around that with the Behemeth and the base, and it's really cool. And we got we got it on deck. Like we got thumbnail guy number 1, we got editor number 1, we got editor number 2, we got thumbnail guy number 2. You know, we got like all. It's really a team. It's a team, and you know, OG Behemeth, he's old as fuck. He's unk for real. Like he's literally the most unk of all time, bro. He's so fucking unk. But
dude,
there's knowledge.
He's
got unk humor, everything. But the knowledge, the YouTube knowledge, like he knows analytics, he knows numbers. Like he's you know, like people definitely like to fucking shit on Behemeth as like, oh, this guy is fucking just ripping off other people, blah blah blah. Like, which at the end of the day, yeah, like we're profiting on other people's content for sure. I'm not gonna deny that, but a lot of work goes into putting that shit together every day, and like I guess forming an idea that'll make people click video and watch it, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, we're a version of the daily slop for RuneScape. Like we're like a daily slop. Like here's your slop. Like, you know, and I think since we've taken over, we've done a good job at making said slop more quality. Like we're trying to make it about news more, trying to make it about the community. And I think next year, my goal is to give out $5,000 to RuneScape streamers. That's my goal. So we're gonna be giving back money. We're gonna be starting a Patreon soon that only supports Scold and Asterix. So every dollar we make from that is going to go towards them, and I'm going to take a small portion of it as well to give back to streamers. But I would like to get back to that. Obviously,
cool.
Wow.
we took over this channel. It wasn't free. We had to, you know, we had to do our dues. We had to, you know, pay Unc. You know, we had to make sure Unc was taken care of. Now that that's done,
negotiations.
Yeah, now that that's done, I feel like I would like to get back more involved in giving back to streamers. You know, because at the end of the day, I'm not fucking stupid. We're profiting off other streamers' content. You know, sure, it has promotional value, but at the end of the day, it depends on who you are and what it is. You know. Like, it is what it is, but if you're an Ultimate Iron Man and you send in a clip of you getting your drop, and you're like, oh, I got the Bandos Tacits, and then it goes to the next, no one's going to remember you, boss. I mean, you got to, if it's your moment, you got to make it, I don't know, you got to do something.
Pro tip for small streamers, if you want to get, I used to farm getting on Behe all the time whenever I'd go live. I would go live often, but deadass, I would farm it. Whenever I would get something, you just kick it up to fucking 11 on the dial, bro. Yep. Just start screaming and tweaking the fuck out and getting unnecessarily excited. Dude, I remember, not this recent leagues, but the leagues before, when I got the scythe. I got my scythe in leagues on like my second KC or something, and I was screaming. And I remember so many of the comments on that shit were fucking, why the fuck is that guy like tweaking out? It's leagues. It's not even that rare, blah, blah, blah. But like, they remember it, they're thinking about it.
You can be the heel if you want to, you know, like there's value in that. It's funny. The streamers that are hated the most in the Behemeth comments are some of the most successful streamers. Yeah. You know, it is what it is.
So basically what we're saying is that if I actually streamed every day, I'd be famous.
If you consider, I mean, what's the saying? That's another, the core values here, you know, being consistent will not guarantee your success, but not being consistent will guarantee you not being successful.
Yeah. I've been working. 2025 is my year. 2025 is my year, bro. I've gone live.
I'm really excited for 2025. I think
I am too, man. I'm stoked. I'm very optimistic. This is the most optimistic I've been. Last year I was kind of like in a confused, like, I don't know. I can go this way. Do I go this way? Do I go this way? Like, I see the vision now. It's good. Now we just got to get it. You know, we just got to keep it consistent and keep after it.
Yeah.
I have one more question about Top Tuesday, if that's okay.
Go. Send it.
I was gonna ask if you would ever interview somebody not in RuneScape on Top Tuesday.
Yes, that's like I think it's like an extended goal I have for Top Tuesday. Also with Top Tuesday this year, I want to experiment with fully scripted Top Tuesdays, where what I'm saying is scripted and the response is also scripted. And I would like to do that with people who I comedically flow well with. Like when I do them with Ubaru, it's going to be a fully, like, we're going to make him this character and it's going to be a fully scripted video. And I want to like see how that performs and how people respond to that. Because me and him can cook up something absolutely diabolical.
That'll be fun. that would be so fun. Yeah.
As far as comedy goes, I think the first person I'm going to test the waters with on that is Mr. Whale. Because also with him, you know, he is very talented, very unique. I felt like,
and a based member.
Yes, we can cook up something good. And me and Uber also for the base team this year, we'd like to, I guess, kind of as a small resolution, is start holding some more community stuff for people to get involved in if they want to, like stream, like a game night every month is kind of what we're aiming for right now, because like everybody's been kind of doing their own thing, and like I think, no, I wouldn't say we've all grown apart. I feel like we've all grown into different sects of, like, you know, these people are really good friends and these people are really good friends, and we're not really as much as a group anymore. I'm trying to bring
there's more niches kind of inside of the group, and like that will naturally happen. Like you're going to gravitate towards people you're more friendly with. Like, that's going to happen.
Especially as the group expands.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, people will come and go. Like, people will stop streaming. Like, they'll leave base, or like new people will come in. Like, we might find people who are interesting, we think we'll vibe well with, or like make great content with. And like, I felt like since I joined, I kind of came towards the tail end where everybody kind of started to deviate and do their own thing. So I guess like when I first came in, I thought it would be more like collaborative, and I'd really like to get back to the collaboration, like especially in streaming, because if you look at RuneScape, like as the game itself, it's very like self content creation driven. Like you don't see people really collaborating unless it's like Gillinor Games on a video doing something hyper specific. Like you don't see people like hanging out in voice chat.
Real quick before I forget in that response, dude.
Sure.
This guy named Rap Snack, he's a streamer. and the other guy's name is Ratify GG. They stream together, not every single day, but most days they stream together, and they do the combining the chats and the streams. Those guys are fucking hilarious. That's great content, and I want to do a Top Tuesday with both of them at the same time. I feel like it would be fucking absolute
that'd be sick.
Yeah,
because you showed me the rap snack, and I didn't even know about him yet. And then I started to look into him more, and I was like, wow, this is actually like, it's exactly what I've been like pining for. Like, we need this semblance of like, you know, two friends coming together that are just like bantering and like fucking with each other the whole time, and like making it into something that like both chats can enjoy. And like I feel like we've really gotten away from that. Like, everybody is just kind of doing their own thing.
It's always been like my biggest gripe with the RuneScape community. Like, when I first started to make old school videos, I wanted to do like, I mean, my only two videos on RuneScape are literally that, just like funny moments with friends. And I don't know, it's just it's always the content that I've always like preferred is like just groups of friends like being funny. Like, I watch a lot of like Smitty or The Do or whatever on YouTube, where it's just like 3, 4, 5 boys just fucking chopping it up and like being funny together. And like, that shit is so fucking peak to me as a viewer. So I wanted to bring that into and like, it's nice to see that other people are doing it too. I actually noticed that since I've been streaming RS3, a lot of RS3 streamers do that. Like, they'll do the collab streams and combine chats and shit like that. So it's cool to see it like happening over there too.
I saw the residual of it and how good it is when I was on Kick. Because like, we were, you know, Kick was a time to like innovate as well. Because like, we're trying to push for these hours. Like, it's no secret that we're getting paid by the hour. So like, we're naturally trying to stream longer and find other like niches like to experiment. Like, one of my main things that I experimented was streaming with the camera off, which is fucking sick, dude. Sparkmac had it easy all these years, man. What the fuck? Shit's nice. Now that I thought about it too, like, imagine if Sparkmax talking to Little Willis with his camera on, bro. That guy is getting fucking. They're sending the police to his house if he does have the camera on, you know. So it's like that, and then of course like T-Pop was on his hardcore Iron Man, and me and Tasty would be like the TOB carries, and like those streams went crazy, and like we didn't have even the feature to combine chats, but like. Yeah, dude, like, I can imagine, like, we have a good game night. We got, like, 6, 7 of us live. We combined, and, like, it combines your view count, too, so we get, like, promoted up into the section. Like, it could be we can really utilize that this year to, you know, bring in some new people and expose people who maybe watch me to you, who might start watching you, or people who watch you, who might start watching me. Because, you know, I'm in the mindset of, I mean, there's a lot of bullshit in that, you know, I'll say that. Like, the longer I've done this, I know this for a fact. The more successful you become in any type of content creation, the less streamers and other people are going to fuck with you. It is what it is. It's just facts. It is what it is. Because a lot of people are the fake nice, like, trying to support your stream bullshit. You know, it's bullshit. At the end of the day, a lot of it is bullshit. It is what it is, you know?
People sniff that shit out so fast, too. Like, when you're fake nice, trying to just, like, claw your way into the circles, it's like, people can just form genuine friendships, man.
Yeah,
just work your way in. Let it be natural.
Be involved and be cool. You know, let it be natural. I think is the bet. Like, you hit it on the head there. Like, that's really what it is. And there's a lot of people. You know, I definitely found out big time. Like, when I went over and started streaming on Kick. You know, there's a lot of people who I was fucking with who they didn't say a word to me after that. They didn't even say congrats. They didn't say nothing. I was like, all right, buddy, that's fine. I won't forget it. You know, I won't forget those things. So, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is.
You've always said loyalty is one of the biggest things you prioritize.
Dude, that's what you live and die on at the end of the day, man. It really is. Like, that's all you got. At the end of the day, loyalty is all you got. I'm a very loyal person, and, you know, the people that helped get me to the dance, I won't forget them, and I won't cross them either. Yeah. You know? It just is what it is. I mean, after that, like, what do you got, you know? Loyalty, family, that's it. Like, that's, like, at the end of the day, for me, on, like, the totem pole, like, those are the top things.
Coors Banquet.
That's up there. No, Miller Lite's up there. But I'll drink that with you. You know? But yeah, it's real shit, you know?
We had a question about this, kind of directing towards like the fakeness in the community. We were just wondering, like, with like disingenuous people, I guess, like how to navigate, like, if somebody is being fake towards you. Because I guess I'm kind of posing some of these questions that I had for you in terms of, like, if somebody wants to become a content creator and wants to enter the RuneScape space, like, how should they navigate it? It's kind of like how I'm posing this.
You're talking about how to combat somebody? Because I'm gonna say this too. I don't think it's a problem in this space. I don't think we have like all these cloud hungry, like, crazy people. But there's some people. There's some people. There's some streamers. Like, you know, I don't think they're a terrible person or anything, but it's like, it's obvious. Like, it's like, okay, man, like, you don't actually fuck with me. You know, like, come on, let's be real here. You talking about combating it or like how to like get into streaming?
How to deal with it, really, or just like, I don't know, because like sometimes I feel like people can like be genuine and then can kind of show their true colors. I guess maybe just like navigating it because you've been streaming for a while. I
think as someone who's been streaming for a while, people who I know who have come in and like it's clearly a, you know, like at the end of the day, like my philosophy, I really do feel like the rising tide raises all ships. Like I'm on board with that, you know. Someone who's also really on board with that is Tasty. Tasty was exploding in the RuneScape section, and he joined up in the base team and like gave us all residual, you know. Yeah, that guy is number one on my list of people who have helped me as a streamer. Not even close. That guy's 100% number one. I don't think there's no even like in the same stratosphere of like people who have helped me out, like grow and like learn as a content creator. And you know, as someone who is like blunt and outspoken, also like helping teaching the art of shutting the fuck up, you know, letting things you see when you see it's funny, it's like you see that Twitter shitstorm like blowing through, it's like there's fucking tornadoes, clouds, this person's getting canceled, fuck you, I hate you, people are threatening to kill each other online. Hey, you know, step back, you know, get the popcorn, let it blow by, you know, let just say stay in the house, don't go outside. Don't go outside when the storm comes through.
I don't know, but personally, I like to open up a window, feel the wind. You know, that's okay.
Sometimes you know,
I'll drop
wind, that's all right.
I'll drop a neutral opinion, fucking like little joke out there. That's all.
I'll drop a neutral alley-oop, you know.
That's all. I love both you guys so much. But yeah, I would say, dude, honestly, if you know someone's trying to be like that towards you, just benefit off them instead. You know, turn it around. That's like the best way I can think of it, you know. I feel like people, I don't know, I'm blunt, so I guess maybe it's easier for me, but I've definitely had people like that, you know, where they're like, hey man, you want to do this for this? I'm just like, no, I don't, you know, like I don't want to do that, but I appreciate you, boss. Like, you know, like just respectfully decline. Like, I've asked plenty of people to come on Top Tuesday and they told me to fuck off. They didn't tell me to fuck off, but they said, "Nah, I'm good, man."
And I regret that. I do. I'm sorry.
Hey, you know, you know, we can always circle back in the terms of business. You know, there's been plenty of people who've told me no. You know, and like I don't really. The only person I really made a meme about it is Coxie, just because his reasoning was just funny to me. Because he told me no, and he was like, and I was like, and he was like, I got a good thing going, which I think is just a funny.
What does that even mean?
It's just a funny reasoning for not coming on. So like, it is a funny meme, especially when during the Riggin' Top Tuesday and Saint Tits was like, I was like, what he saying? And then you Saint Tits is like, he's got a good thing going on. I'm like, yeah, he's got a good thing going on. It's yeah. But besides, dude, I've had plenty of people ignore me, tell me no. I've had people who've told me. There's people who tell me yes, and then I gotta chase them back down. You know, like I respect it. You know, like if you tell me no, tell me to fuck off. You know, because at the end of the day, like there are certain guests I'm obviously going after because, like, yeah, it's gonna get more views, it's gonna get more notoriety, it's gonna be.
But you're gonna have fun. Like, I don't think you're a. Yeah, I never viewed it that way for you. Well,
I mean, at the end of the day, content creation, like I said, like you have to be a little bit of a narcissist, and at the end of the day, you want to do well for yourself. Like, you want to create content that's gonna be big. You know, like you want to amp things up. You want to take it to the next level. Like. Do I want Odablock on my Top Tuesday? Yeah, I fucking do. That guy's a fucking content beast machine. By the way, we were talking about editors earlier. You know how many editors that guy has? Five.
I just guessed.
5 full-time editors for his main channel, which had the most views over the year, beat settled in YouTube views. He has a variety channel that has a full-time editor. He has a clips channel that has a full-time editor. He has a VOD channel that has a full-time editor. And I forgot what the other one was, but it's 5 full-time channels, and they all there's hundreds and hundreds of thousands.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah. I think that's what I was highlighting earlier. Is that like Odablock is the prime example that if you are entertaining enough and you can do well and succeed in regularly streaming, as long as you can like market and manage like your content, like you know IRL clips. RuneScape, like you divide everything, but it's all centric to the content that you're making. As long as you can manage that and get like a team, if you can afford it, then that's really like how people blow up and do great. Because like if you look at the amount of videos that came from Odablock, I think there was like a metric because I saw it on EVscape's Twitter. It was like how many videos was made. It was Odablock had 347 videos made this year, and then it was like EVscape was second with like 107. So he had 3 times the amount and then some on top of him, which is crazy.
Yeah,
it's
like it's fucking insane.
That guy, if he sends it for another year, like that, I mean, he probably already is. That guy's probably he's 8-digit millionaire probably. I would assume by now.
I don't think he's ever gonna stop. You know, like why would he?
No, he's a beast, you know? And, like, I feel like, you know, I know you like, I got to talk to him, and, like, I fuck with him, you know? Like, I have nothing bad to say. He knows he has his community members that make his life more difficult. Like, he's aware of that. Like, he's, you know, but, like, when you're an Enigma and you're that big, like, it's, like, you can't micromanage that. Like, he's gonna have insane people, you know? Like, if you ever gone, like, and, like, the thing that's crazy to me with him is he's continuing to grow over there too. Because I went over there recently, and he's just another day with 10,000 viewers. I was on Kick.
Yep.
Holy fucking shit! Like that's crazy. If you're pulling 10K over there, them boys paying you too. Like I don't know what his contract is now, but I know he re-signed one recently. I bet that was I bet it was a good one.
Hefty.
I bet it was a good one, you know. Like when I look at work ethic, like, you know, I'm not trying to like make this the Odablock glazing session, but that guy's work ethic is insane.
Okay,
that guy is
Krispy Kreme.
Like,
We glaze.
that guy is a beast. Like when
It's
it comes to just like
it's
working,
insane.
yeah, it's insane, bro.
Any raw dog's life too. That's the craziest part. Got to be halal, you know. Besides the video games and gambling, but that we could look past
that. Honestly, it's probably good he can't actually gamble. If that guy could actually go to the casino, he'd be a problem probably.
Oh,
like,
he does with his dad. They do they do crypto. I mean, I think crypto's kind of gambling, but
they gamble like actual casinos. I thought they didn't.
No, not actual casinos, but crypto, which is pretty.
So they don't see crypto as actual gambling either, because I know they don't see.
I don't know how
staking.
it goes either.
Okay, well,
but I remember one stream his dad called him, was like you fucked me on this one or whatever because he lost money on a coin, and Oda was like, I told you not to put money in that or whatever.
Oh, you mean just buying crypto? You mean just buying crypto? I mean, yeah.
Okay.
At the end, I mean, I feel like with stable coins, you're not really gambling, but when it comes to like meme coins, shit coins, like stuff that's like turning up and down, that's definitely gambling, and that's like rich people gambling. Like,
the same people who do crypto would hate Kick though. That's what kind of like makes me so weird. As same people who have stocks and crypto hate Kick, and I'm like, but I mean, there's other reasons that Kick, like their website was kind of laggy. You know, I get it.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for when Kick actually gets like a UI change and actually gets like almost cloned to Twitch. By that point, that's when it will start to like really improve.
They're doing everything they need to do over there. I mean, I think Eddie, the owner, understands streaming and the complexity of it way more than fucking Cuck Dan at Twitch, the CEO of Twitch. Like, he knows way more like about like the complexity of streaming, and is like, he gets it, because like that guy's a billionaire, bro. He doesn't have to fucking do Kick. Like, it's a passion project for him. Like, he actually like fucks with streaming. He's really interested in it. Like, that guy, like, I could just tell by listening to like when I was streaming there, they'd do like the Kick talk where like Eddie would stream and talk to streamers and like
I was
hear
watching
them
that
out
recently, actually. Yeah,
like he understands and is like involved with it. Like, and he doesn't have to be, because like I said, he's fucking owns stake. Like, he doesn't have to fucking work.
Yeah, I know.
That guy has got billions, you know. They got a fucking F1 team, so it's like, it's
that's
but
insane.
yeah, like I feel like the roadmap they have there, everything's there, but it's just infrastructure. It's gonna take years to build that, you know. Twitch, it took years and years to get where they're at. But obviously, dude, Kick's good though, you know. And when Kick came out, Twitch started changing things. They did some good changes. They had better sub splits. They added a few cool. I mean, I like the giga size emote thing. That's cool. Like incentivizing bits and stuff through that. Like, they've done some cool stuff for sure.
Yeah.
They've also done some really stupid shit, like putting they put the viewer count and the title at the top of the fucking stream. That was
sucks.
Yeah,
That broke my Twitch for like a week.
Everybody's like, everybody else is like literally for like a week. Everybody in my stream was like, is my Twitch fucked up? Everything's at the top. What's happening? Fuck.
The thing that's also worse about that is that it cuts your title in half. So the amount of title real estate you used to have was like you could only put like 7 words and then it would cut off, which made it worse, because like the way the UI worked, it just made it 100 times worse. Like, dude, if it's on the bottom, like the box was bigger.
Imagine you work in Twitch support. You just had a 5-day weekend. You know, you took a few days of PTO. You come back and you sit down You sit down at the computer after that is went live.
That
the
huge
first day.
update. Yeah.
And you didn't know about it.
It's like, let's see how people like this.
It's just fucking 1,000 emails.
Yeah.
I think my Twitch is broke. I think my Twitch is broke.
Yeah, this is gonna be another banger update for me.
It's always like the same shit with Twitch and Discord. Like I feel like every time there's a Discord update, like everybody whines about it for a month. They're like, oh, like the messages are in a separate tab now. What are they doing? It's just like I don't know what it is. Like maybe sometimes they have to hit a quota of like innovation or something to try, or maybe they're just like seeing what works better. Because I know on Twitch they're trying. They did this thing with the mobile update where if you're on mobile and you search, it puts the 16:9 aspect ratio, but in a mobile view. Because they're trying to make it possible to do mobile streams and regular landscape. So the reason why when you scroll through it on the home feed when you're on Twitch on mobile is because they're trying to incentivize people to start doing mobile streams like in that aspect ratio, or at least they're trying to. They're trying to make it like TikTok streaming almost, which is very interesting and weird. I don't know if it's gonna catch on. They might revert it, but it definitely helps because the more people you watch, like let's say I pull up Why Juicy stream and he streams one time this week. It's going to promote him the more you watch him. So if you click on a stream willingly, or if I click on Prison Joe, 5 times this week, you're going to be the first thing that opens up when I open up Twitch. So it's actually good for people you habitually watch, especially if you are a smaller streamer. So that way you'll know who's actually online when you log in on mobile. But if you're on the computer, that doesn't matter. Like it's more for like mobile UI. They're just testing new things. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. I think they've done more good things of late than bad, but they've definitely done a couple bad things. They're in a going around, but that's the thing is that's why I hope Kick keeps churning. I hope they keep. I like to. So they've essentially Kick from the ground up. They've moved away from signing. First off, really big streamers, and then now they're not at a point to where they need to sign like 3-digit average streamers either. They're only signing. If they're only signing streamers that average between like 1,000 and like 6,000 viewers, which I think business-wise and return-wise is definitely gonna be the best, because you're getting established real communities coming over when you sign that person who is averaging like between like 1,000 and 6,000 viewers. Like that makes more sense. That's why like the first thing like when they signed us, I was like what the like I don't like I need a contract, bro. What are you talking about? Like okay.
They want to pay me to stream? I mean, maybe.
That's the thing too. So many people are just go, what are people gonna think? Oh God, I'm just like, who fucking cares, bro? If someone supports you, they should fucking support you. Just like you gotta do what's best for you at the end of the day. And if you think getting paid by the hour to stream and you get a fucking full like the sub split there is nice too. Also now they pay weekly there. That's pretty cool. They're paying you weekly. That's cool, especially when you're a streamer. A lot of streamers are probably pushing to make it, like they might need that money, or especially if it's like a part-time thing. And they also have what's called KCIP, which is also a really cool aspect as well. Essentially what that is like people kind of tested it, but basically if you say you stream for 3 hours and you average like 100 viewers, you would probably average you'd be getting paid somewhere between like $13 to $18 an hour. Essentially is kind of where that lies. Which is not bad at all, especially if you start on Kick and you get the KCIP and you got 300-400 viewers, like you're probably getting paid $30 to $50 an hour to stream. That's just base, like that's nice. Taken care of, and it's really cool because it's performance based. So you have a fucking banger stream, all your metrics are up, you get fucking rewarded for it, They also reward you for like base subs. They also reward like chat interaction. Like it's this whole like system, which I think is super cool. I think Twitch should dude. Twitch is. I think we've needed that. Sick. That'd be so cool.
We've needed somebody to push the needle for Twitch because people have gotten so comfortable with it, and there's so many problems with it. And the fact that people can just go on Kick, and I'm not saying it's easy to just go there and like blow up and be a good streamer. Like you have to have the foundation. You have to know what you want to do creatively and be entertaining. But like at the same time, let's say you want to like see more progress or you want to see more residuals from the progress that you're making or the effort you're putting in, like people should be thinking about going to Kick rather than Twitch, because it's a lot harder to break through on Twitch. Especially there's a lot less people on Kick, so it's almost like a net positive to just pick that over the other one, depending on what you do.
And once we cycle through once we have new streamers coming up and they're coming up over there, like that's going to actually change, because On Twitch, if you get partnered, you don't get shit. You get nothing.
No.
You get check mark. You get KCIP there, you get put on that, you just changed your life potentially. You've potentially have changed your life if you get put on that. You know, so it's a big difference. And like, I know Twitch, they got the 60-40, the 70-30, but that's like insulting.
It's a start.
You know?
It's a start. To like,
it's a start.
Yeah.
I think what's fair is like if you're I feel like 70-30 and 80-20 are fair. Like I feel like that's a fair split for streamers, depending on how many, like, you know, if you meet the quota or whatever. Like I feel like that's fair. But
I like, and also the thing is with being a small streamer, because I've always just been a small streamer, just like starting out on RuneScape, and it's super difficult. I mean, like, obviously, if you make it your main priority to only be streaming as your income, like, that's not the smartest choice, right? But to people who want to, like, let's say, quit their job and really go out on a limb and be like, okay, I'm going to dedicate, like, a year to doing this and see how it pans out, you know? Like, that kind of income residual difference would be huge. Like, you're making twice the amount of money, because Twitch naturally takes half unless you hit some kind of criteria, which is like 100 subs naturally given to you in like 3 month span, and then you get awarded like that 60-40, and then I think it's 300 for 70-30. So like if they, like, let's say like you just like get an extremely generous community, and they're like, you blow up on live stream fails or something, or like whatever, like outside of the RuneScape community, or just even outside of RuneScape, and you do great, then that's awesome. Then like you get rewarded for that. But yeah, like I'm just glad that Kick is pushing the needle for Twitch, and like other platforms are starting to come out. Like there's that whole Mixer thing back in the day, and like the like buyout with like Ninja and Shroud, and then there's just like, and then like basically they bought out the whole RuneScape community for Kick, and they tried that. Like it's all experiments. Yeah, and it's like they learned from that to like get bigger streamers, because that's where the real community is like coming to section will be from. So
yeah, I was really enjoying it, and I would have for sure stayed for another. I probably would have stayed. Honestly, I don't know. As long as it was contracted, like I'd be stupid not to. It would be so stupid and not in my interest not to. You know?
Yeah.
If I were to stream on Kick, I want to learn FL Studio. That's what I would do on Kick, is like stream to me learning FL Studio. I don't think I would want to stream RuneScape on Kick, because without a contract, because the culture is so deep. Besides, Odablock is like so deeply embedded into Twitch. Like even Sick Nerd got into hot water, bro.
Yeah, well, that was because of his previous takes, though. That was the issue.
Yeah, but then I saw he posted a picture of his first Kick check, and he's like, "Holy shit, this is fucking crazy! I got so much fucking money now."
Dude, that was literally like me. Like there was one month on there where I almost broke 1,000 subs. That's just subs, and it's like,
wow,
it's like $5,000.
Yeah,
yeah, because it's 95 to the creator, 95% to the creator, 5 to Kick, which
it was like four.
Insanely
it was like four.
nice.
It was like $4,700, and I'm just like,
yeah.
This isn't even my contract. This is just subscribers. Like this is fucking crazy. Like how much more money you can make over. Like I was just like, this is wild. It definitely was a surreal moment. And then like getting paid by the talent agency, like the wire from fucking Y is hitting the bank account. I'm just like, this is insane, because I don't think I'm a big streamer by any means. Like I'm doing like in the statistics wise, like I'm doing better than most streamers, but that's like just statistics. Like there's thousands and thousands of streamers.
There's the Kingmaker system where it's like biggest at the top, and then it's like a pyramid that goes down.
Yeah, I mean there's thousands of people who stream every day to one viewer.
Yeah.
Like
they have they have a thing for that called a bell curve.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like the best way to do it, if you're streaming, like get a job. Like that's another thing too, is just like I hate to be like, fucking, you need to fucking work, you need 20 hours there or whatever, but like, dude, streamers are lazy. Like, let's be real here. Like, the people are fucking lazy. You can easily work a full-time job and stream part-time. Not easily. You can easily work a part-time job and then stream. You can easily do that.
Sure.
That's
it's
easy peasy.
Though. I feel like people who like what I see in RuneScape is there's a lot of people who don't have to work. Get a part-time job even if you don't have to. I feel like doing something and accomplishing a task every day, like that's why I love working. I don't know if
for your mental health.
Dude,
That's why I like working.
insane.
It keeps me squared away, bro. Like I could fucking sit around here and rot. And I mean, I guess I could do more for content creation, a little bit, not much. But like the part-time work that I do, it gives me like an incentive, and it also gives me like security of like I'm doing something, I'm gaining equity, I'm working in the family business. Like this is something that like I can, rely on. Like that's something I can rely on, because like we all know content creation is volatile. That shit can go from, damn, I just made a ton of money this month, to fuck, I'm broke. What
happened? So many subs did not renew this month. Like I'm fucked now.
Like
cool.
it can go from the top to the bottom real quick.
It keeps you like centralized. Like it keeps you humble, because you're not just sitting in front of a computer rotting away. And that's what because I think my mistake that I made was I just went like all in, and I just never did get it like a part-time job. Like I did like designed on the side. Like I helped you guys make like the Behemeth channel like updates. I helped like a bunch of people. Like I helped you make like merch. I definitely did stuff in the background for projects that definitely helped me like expand my portfolio, because I'm a graphic designer. But like I feel like if I put myself in a position to have a part-time job, it would have made content creation way easier, because then you can afford editors. You don't have to just like go out on a limb and just live off like savings. Definitely suggest, if you want to do content creation and you like haven't worked yet, or you just aren't working, it's definitely worth balancing it, especially for your mental. Yeah. The mental thing is huge.
Well, that's what saved me, is that I've been working for years before I even started. Like I already I've had a full-time job / career, and I've been working all that time. That's what took me so long to like finally drop it and get into it. Like I didn't want to let go of that. It was a good fucking job. I was getting paid good. I enjoyed the job. Like wasn't becoming a millionaire off of it, but I was getting paid a more than livable wage, more than enough money to save, invest, like do things with outside of that job. But like it was tough to let go for sure. But I took the leap. I like you said, the whole like, I'm gonna do this for a year. We'll see what the fuck happens. Like, I can always get back. I can always get another job,
Yeah, and who cares what your job is? Like, if you work at Office Max, but you're a great person and I love you, I don't care. I don't care how much money you make. I feel like people our age are like, oh, what things do you have? How much do you make? And like, it just gets boring. Like, oh, you work from home and you do some marketing. Like, that's great, but like, dude, what about this party tonight?
There will always be somebody, dude. There will always be somebody working less hard than you, making more money. It doesn't matter what the fuck.
Yeah, absolutely.
There will always be that guy who's just chilling, like, I worked 3 hours today.
Worked 3 hours today and made $1,000. I'm just chilling. It's like,
good for you, bro. It's like,
we all know that
all
guy.
I did was I looked at my computer for 20 minutes and I made $6,000.
Yeah,
should have been an entrepreneur, like but instead you're a lawyer. Hell.
It's like, I scuba dived under and welded the underside of this barge for 4 hours a day. I made $5,000. Like everybody's got a friend like that
12 times.
Dude, I used to before I deleted TikTok off my phone, I used to get fucking like TikToks of like this kid who'd fucking go to school. I don't know if he was in high school or college or whatever, but he would literally just sit in class with his fucking laptop day trading the entire day. And he would like post how much money he made while how much he made or lost while at school. And I was like, okay, dude, it's like that's kind of fucking goated.
In the greenhouses, I used to work with this guy. We'll call him John. He drove an insane like modded GTR, but he just like was working in the greenhouses just like for fun, and he day traded every day, and he lived with his parents, and this guy is just fucking giga rich, like just living in his parents' house, just stack. He's like 25 years old. I don't know if he was some type of like super genius or what. He's very weird. His mannerisms are very strange. Like socially, he was definitely a bit off. But bro, he is fucking locked in
that
up
autism.
There. He's fucking locked the fucking up there. He's just this fucking, he's like 5'7", just like this little stout guy who just, dude, he didn't say much.
The GTR.
He didn't say much, but he showed me his stock portfolio one day, and I was like, wow. I literally said, I was like, why are you here? I was like, what are you doing here, dude? He's like, it's just nice to have a steady job, I'm like, okay.
Keeps him humble.
He
likes to contribute.
And I know somebody like that, and they work full time. They're like, oh, it's just good to have a job. You never know what will happen.
Just because you're rich doesn't mean you should like stop making money.
That's true. I feel like that's worse, dude. I'm like, sitting around doing nothing is nice for like a day or so, but if that turns into months and months, I don't care how much money you have, like you're definitely going to be partaking in probably a lot of mentally and physically unhealthy things.
Dude, I know. I'm snowed in today and I'm going crazy.
Dude, I've had a few friends like tell me that they were like so jealous of the fact that like I was disabled and then like I couldn't work or whatever, and cause they were like, I would love to just like sit home and like play RuneScape and do whatever all day, and I'm like, see, it's like you think that maybe for the first week, maybe the first month, if you're like really mentally strong, you can handle it, but like fucking I've been on disability for 2 years now almost, and it's like there's some days where I feel like I go stir crazy and I'm just going fucking insane, or like you get into these really bad depressive ruts, and it's like it's definitely nice to just have that fucking something to go out to, you know, leave the house, fucking change the scenery, whatever. I find myself like I'll go on drives.
Yeah, for sure. I had that on my vacation world tour a little bit when I took a big break from just kind of everything. It was so crazy. I've been planning to take that big break. Honestly, that was the best time ever to get actually permanently banned on Twitch. Because like I had been planning for a very long time to take like this big break, you know, like I had been like I was not planning to get banned as a sub part of that, but I've been like planning, like getting everything like sewed away, because I was like, I'm gonna take like 3 weeks, I'm gonna go travel, you know, go see. I wanted to explore California. California's a super cool state. Beautiful beaches, beautiful parks, beautiful. It's a great place to visit. Don't want to fucking live there. Fuck that. But visiting, outstanding place to visit and have a good time. And I remember this. Yeah, it was one day. I was like, you know, I was. I guess it was a point too where I was like, I need to wife up, man. I need to find a partner too. I think that's something I'm getting around to wanting to do. You know, I've been really focused on myself and my projects, like me, like bettering me. But I do think I'm probably about ready to hopefully find somebody. I'm not going to go out and download a bunch of dating apps and be fucking cringe, but, you know, I'd be more open to it, because there's definitely been opportunities where I probably could have pursued something and I was like, nah, like I just kind of let it go.
Yeah.
But I think, yeah. But there was definitely a time where I was just sitting there. I was on this beautiful Airbnb in the middle of, like, right outside of a state park. I'm gazing off, a fucking Thanos gazing off into the farm, just sitting there, banned on Twitch, just chilling, like, yeah, you know, it'd be nice if I had a hot girl with me or something. That'd be great. Like if I had a
partner, it'd be nice if I could share my life with somebody. Yeah,
how'd that make you feel?
Yeah.
How'd that make you feel about your sexuality?
Honestly, you know, all I'm saying is,
look, Seth has always told me, look, if my pants are down and there's a fresh asshole in front of me, whatever happens.
Listen, man, Femboy's on the menu for 2025. You know, let's.
Is that a Zodiac prediction?
Maybe I'll switch it up. You know, I'm not scared.
Respectable.
Yeah.
Well, you saw me shirtless. What do you think?
I don't think you fit the definition of femboy. Not even like 2%, you know, like not even a little bit, you know. You're not smooth enough. You're not light enough. You're not slide enough.
I'm definitely not light enough.
we gotta pump some estrogen, you know. Like we gotta throw a little something into you. Like, we
always throw E into the equation, bro.
Yeah, you know. I don't know, but yeah, I think this year I'm gonna be more open to like, you know, if there's a nice lady I meet who I like, you know, instead of just like, just been so many times where it's like I'm not gonna be like, oh, this girl is so into me, but like, or a girl she at least has interest. Like I can tell, you know, you can tell when someone has. Usually, you can tell when someone has interest in you, and I'm just kind of like, you know, like I'm nice, but I don't like, because you know, women typically want to be pursued, right? They want you to message them, like, and that's fine. Like, that's usually how it goes. Like, the man is usually the one pursuing. So a lot of times I wouldn't do that. I would just, you know, I'd be nice and there'd be some interactions. Maybe we hang out or something, but like, never would kind of go further than that.
Yeah.
But it truly is, because I was fucking, dude, I'm worried about this shit. Like I said, bro, I love this shit. I don't keep doing it.
You got a good thing going.
Got a good thing going, bro. Got a good thing. Can't ruin it, you know? Yeah. So we're gonna keep making content this year. I think 2025 is gonna be a big year for everybody. So this is the first year, like I said, I have the vision. The vision's there. I know what I want to do. Last year I was definitely more confused at the beginning of the year, but this year, yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, I feel exactly on the same page as you. I feel like especially with content creation, I felt kind of aimless for a while, but I definitely have a more concentrated like area of ideas I want to like follow through with, and I think this is like the most creative I felt about making stuff and like most passionate I've been.
For sure.
Yeah, I kind of just accepted that, like, I think doing just old school isn't for me. Because old school, it's like, I'm sorry, this game is fucking boring at its core. Like, as a game, as a video game.
That's what you make it. Yeah.
It is. But, like, I think that just playing and watching, unless you're doing something, like, crazy or unique, it's just, if you're just, like, just doing TOB, and, like, that's all you're doing, it's like, I'm not watching that. I don't want to stream that. It's just boring to me as an individual. Like,
fair.
But I've finally had some, like, breakthroughs and, like, creative endeavors and ideas that I want to enact upon, and, like, I can incorporate this game that I've loved for so long with, like, a new experience, and I don't know. Yeah, I mean, 24-25 is gonna be fucking lit.
For sure, dude. I think there's so many. There's got to be so many RuneScape streamers who hate RuneScape. Like, I feel like there's got to be like at the end of the day, like they're doing it because like I don't know why. I guess like because they're finding success in it. But like I don't know what it is. There's something, it itches the tism right for me. There's a part of the tism. It's pet hunting for me. That's my thing. Like I like killing the boss over and over again. And getting the little guy like that, for me, the fucking dopamine I get from that when it happens is I'm so excited about it. I love the way it feels. I don't know what part of my brain in there that it's like getting, but it's got me locked in. I love RuneScape. Like, that's why I love it.
There's definitely things like that, and like I have so much fun on any game when I'm playing with my friends. Like when I'm doing content with friends and just like fucking around, bantering. I mean, Seth, like you said earlier, like those two guys fucking collabing. Like, I need more of that. And then I'll start streaming old school again. Fucking hit me with the collab stream, just anyone, and just let's fucking flame each other for 4 hours.
I'll do that with you.
Yeah, I'm down. Like, that shit will be fucking awesome. But like I have an idea right now, Seth. I don't know if I showed you this, but like where I'm gonna be I'm like comparing old school and RS3, like similar boss, because like for example both games have like the Uraxor boss, so it's like I'm gonna be comparing and contrasting the two of those while showing like funny clips.
Well, that's a good idea, because that like gets you the
old school,
the appeal from both.
Yeah, it gets you the algorithm from both. That's kind of good idea. Yeah,
plus,
I'm surprised no one's really done that.
No
one's really done that either. That's not a bad idea at all.
No,
you know, that's also another thing people you can't be scared of. Like, maybe you want to make content, maybe you listen to this and like you want to make content, is don't be scared to make something that's similar to someone else. Like, it's okay. Like, you don't.
Dude, I saw episode 1 chunk lock on my YouTube recommended yesterday. Just saying.
Like, listen, do whatever do whatever you want. You have to just make it unique to you, you know? Do whatever the fuck you want. Just because the base idea is the same doesn't mean the series or the video is going to be the same. You're a different person. Different personality, different goals, etc., etc., etc. You know, don't be scared.
There's a concept from Ludwig that I think everybody who wants
I was
to
just about to bring that up. Fuck, we're the same guy, dude.
There's a concept from Ludwig, who's a popular creator. If you don't know him on YouTube, definitely check him out. But it's called the yoink and twist. You take an idea that's already been working and you know works. You take it from somebody, you yoink it, and you twist and make it your own. So don't directly steal something and say, this is mine, because then you might get called out for it. Take something, make it your own, give it your creative spin, get other people's opinions on it, what works, what doesn't, improve it, keep making videos. Don't be a perfectionist. Just keep, like, make it like 85% there and just upload it. And then get other people's opinions.
Who wants to be the first guest on TOA Tuesday?
Yeah, I hope someone makes a TOA Tuesday. That'd be great, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, fucking,
dude, that's like
my
the fourth best raid.
My show is literally directly inspired by like 3 other different talk shows. Eric Andre's show, primarily Eric Andre's show, Between Two Ferns, and the Sunday Conversation, all 3 of those shows. The main comparison I get is Sunday Conversation, because that's the only one of those I think that's still like super popular. I'm pretty sure Eric Andre's show, he still does that, but it's not as big as it used to be. And then
it's like in season when he does it.
I don't think Between Two Ferns is still a thing, though. I'm pretty sure that is retired. But those 3 shows are like, that's where the inspiration was drawn. I was like, how do I form this? I like TOB. Well, I used to do this thing. I you just, Like you said, twist that shit, shake that shit, shake it up. So anyway,
well, that's
opportunity is Sorry, go. What are you saying?
I was just gonna say, I think that's a great outlook for 2025. I mean, I don't know. I think it is going to be something different. We're finally, 3 years from the pandemic, maybe 2 to 3.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be
the Beandip character development has been incredible last year, man.
Dude,
you know,
you think? Yeah. I mean, just
give a round of applause
trials.
for Beandip, guys.
I'm now at $11 an hour making biscuits at Red Lobster, and the elation that I get is amazing.
I'm now making half of minimum wage where I live, and I'm having a great time, guys.
My mom's making me pay rent. My entire check goes to her. But at least I'm working.
Guys, it's 2025. It's a new year. You can do anything you want, okay? Don't let anybody tell you can't do anything.
You can take a life.
If you're Alex, you could take a life.
Don't.
You could take a homeless person's life if you're Alex,
Whoa! I didn't take. Okay, look.
You could also take your car and use it for Uber Eats to make some money on the side.
That is true. Beandip. That's double your money.
I will bring those biscuits to the consumer. You guys are the blockchain, really, if you think about it.
Here's what I told Hamsey today. He was I don't know why he was on stake using like the fake coins, like it's not a real currency, it's just like fun
the gold
play.
Coins.
Yeah, like the gold coins are just like it's like a social
what they used
casino.
to get you addicted.
Yeah, basically. But not really, because like you get free ones every day. You don't have to buy them or anything. But I mean, you definitely can get addicted using them. And he was asking me, he's like, "What is this for?" And I was like, "Oh, it's just fun." And he's like, "Damn, I thought I was getting rich." And I just said, expense what you spend on drugs, alcohol, and eating out. Abstain from those things for 6 months. Invest your profit margin. Then you'll be rich.
That's real.
And he said, "Yeah, that's a great idea."
This is financial advice.
And he didn't respond.
Damn
but I'll tell you what,
I was like, you lost me at drugs.
His grandkids are gonna get the craziest stories, though. So like,
that's true.
Dude, I go to the grocery store and cook my own food just so I can eat with Adam once a year, man, just so I can afford it,
The rules.
As you should. That guy likes to spend money, but deservingly so, because he's been a content creator since we were all kids. So like,
yeah, he's got a little bit of money to spend. I think that guy doesn't even drive. Yeah. He's actually super humble in his own ways with like when it comes to money. He's actually quite frugal. Obviously he loves the lavish, crazy dinner, but like, guy doesn't have a bunch of fancy cars. He doesn't have a bunch of fancy jewelry. He's not buying like fucking crazy designer clothes to wear every day. Like he's pretty chill.
He's not like outwardly like trying to like seek validation through like spending money on stuff. Like he just like likes to have a good time, likes to maybe spend a little bit of money on a nice dinner that he gets to celebrate with a bunch of people he doesn't see often. Makes sense.
Yeah. Dude, the worst influences I've ever met are Tasty Life and T-Papa, bro. Like until I met those guys, I was wearing the same undershirts for fucking 8 years straight, bro. Like this fucking these guys, bro, like the worst when it comes to spending. Like they got me in the mindset of like, you know what, I'm gonna buy some cool clothes. I'm gonna buy some. I think the only stupid thing I spent money on since I met those guys was probably like sneakers, because I'm a sneakerhead. But I would flip them. I was flipping sneakers, so I was like I was making money off them too. So that was my copium for like buying sneakers. Yeah. But
it was ever since Tasty bought that Balenciaga blouse.
Dude, yeah, I was gonna bring that up when you were saying that, like,
Jesus,
when you were saying
the blue shirt. Yeah.
When you said the fucking, like, Bodhi was like frugal and shit, he's not really buying like nice shirts and shit. I was like, yeah. In my head, I'm like, yeah, some streamers out here buying blue and white Balenciaga shirts and then returning them a week and a half later.
Dude, it's like, that's kind of like the swag though. Like you like buy a new outfit, but like you keep the tags on and then you just return it when you're done. As long as you don't sweat through it and like ruin it.
Act broke, stay rich.
Yeah. Yeah, Tasty really he be doing that. He get the fake jewelry sometimes too,
That's good, bro.
Just as long you can do whatever you want, as long as you don't wear a half Cuban, half pearl necklace. That shit sucked. That shit sucked.
Listen, I told him that sucks. I think that's Mel's fault. I think she put that on him. I don't know.
Do better, Mel. That was an L. That was
I did not
it was
like
a little
the
experiment phase, you know.
That was a rare Mel L moment then.
It is funny since I've known him.
styles.
He has definitely like transformed so many different times since I've known that guy. I've not known him for a long time. Like it's like at one point he's like kind of this like, I don't know, it's just like trust fund child with glasses, and like he's like really articulate, like funny guy, but like it comes from like a rich family. And then like we turn around 2 years later and he's like this bald guy that might be going to the swinger party. Like I don't like he's like transformed so he's transformed so many times. Like if you just look at a picture of him, he's got the glasses, like, you know, the hair, and then you switch and he's got ears pierced, nails painted, fully bald, open shirt.
I think it was
chain smoking American spirits.
It's just a complete like 360.
It was the mini bikini that changed him, putting that thing on, the green bikini.
Yeah, that was when he changed seasons.
Did he ever do the OnlyFans for his balls? Was that a thing?
Yeah, no, he did. He had a good bit of subscribers for a while. I think.
What'd they look like?
His balls? It looked like a pair of like balls. If you think of if you imagine in your mind what you think Tasty's balls would look like, that's what they look like. If that makes sense. He just got some white guy balls, you know, just some balls.
So he got testicular torsion.
Dude,
once,
they were crazy. So okay, let me ask you this: we're on our podcast. We're talking about how much would you sell a picture of your balls for? I was like $100, bro. You want a picture of my fucking balls? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
share them on the internet.
I can take some good pictures for $100 each. I'll tell you.
Yeah, bro. If you're like, hey man, I want to see your balls, I'm gonna Venmo you $100. I'd be like, all right, cool.
That's a fair amount.
What angles you want,
balls?
bro?
Yeah, bro. It's my balls. I don't give a shit. It's like the cock. The cock is different, you know. You get, you know, if you're not blessed
hit the cock
there,
with the black bar censorship.
Yeah, that could be used against you. That could be used against you.
Oh,
you know?
It would definitely be used against me. Just to be clear, go ahead.
But balls, you know, balls are balls, you know. Unless you got some weird situation going on, you know. I've not really seen too many like. I don't know. It's weird to say, but most
I've
balls
never seen
look
somebody
the same.
get canceled for sending balls, but only usually dick, right? In terms of like the nomenclature.
Because like, who the fuck is sending balls? Just balls.
Yeah.
No, nobody. Unless they.
I was gonna say a name,
fetish.
but I decided.
There's some guy.
Against saying a name.
I think there's somebody out there who would probably pay for some ball pics, but you know, it's probably a very niche community. You know,
I'd probably charge more for feet than balls, to be honest. Because I know I could fetch a better price for feet. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I think I would charge less
came
for
off
feet,
of
but that's just me.
It came off of the conversation. I sold the Top Tuesday shirt. I sold it.
Oh, right.
The shirt I record Top Tuesday in, I sold it for $300 to a guy who was like, I want it. I want the worn shirt.
I want you to sweat through it in the gym and give it to me
wash
so I
it.
can smell like you.
Unwashed.
That's what they're saying. They're like, do you think it's a sexual thing? And I was like, well, after talking to the guy, no. Like at first I was like, maybe this guy's gonna come all over the shirt when I give it to him, but like that's fine. I don't care, bro. Like do your thing. I like thanks for $300, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But like he's like, yeah, man, like he works at a Nashville. I'm not gonna say where he works, but he works at a very up place. That is like that guy is not short on the bills. Yeah, no, that guy is definitely not short on the bills. And he's got a wife and a kid. And he's like, yeah, man, I'm going to take you to dinner. You give me the shirt. And like, he's like, you care if I bring my wife and my kid? And I'm like, no, I guess not. But like, I'll go to dinner with you. Sure.
How was the dinner?
As long as we're in public. He's like, yeah, no, it'll be in public. I was like, all right, yeah, that's fine. I don't give a shit. Sure.
So you went on the dinner with him?
No, so he said he's gonna hit me up after the New Year sometime, like when he's.
I thought you already sold it. Okay.
I did. He just donated straight up.
Oh,
this guy came in.
Okay.
This guy came in my stream. He didn't say anything. He just he primed, which, you know, as streamers love that. You know, come in, drop the primer. Thanks, balls.
Prime your favorite streamer, guys. Do that.
Yeah, firm handshakes. Appreciate that. And then he donates $50. And I'm like, holy shit. You know, like, thanks, man. And then he donates another $50. And like, at this point, it's just out of the kindness of his heart. I'm like, oh, dude, thanks. Holy shit. And he's like, I want the Top Tuesday shirt. How much? And then I'm like, immediately like, how much? Like, I'm asking the chat, like, how much do you think? Like, I don't know a value of that. Like, I don't, there's some sentimental value though. It's like the Green Goblin mask when it's literally, it sits back there on top of a suitcase I have. And every time I walk by, it's fucking, you know, whispering at me. You know, there's some things coming off of that t-shirt because I've done a lot of crazy shit in that t-shirt. You know, the fucking, I feel like the craziest I got in that shirt was when I did the beggar episode and I was like eating food was one of the gimmicks and I had the lemon head thing on. Like it was a whole I really went like full throttle, like did a bunch of pre-workout, but yeah, then he's like, how much? And then people were like 300, and he was like, what about 200? And I was like, honestly, bro, I will give you this t-shirt for $200. Like, I'd be stupid not to. Like, that's like, I'm not fucking, the crowd like said, the crowd was like, you're not LeBron. I was like, well, I know. It's like, it's not like getting LeBron's jersey, you're paying at least 5 digits, at least.
Yeah.
You want that guy's game worn? Like, come on. I was like, I'm fucking Prison Joe. I'll take $200. I'll take that all day. I'd take 100 probably, to be honest. But yeah, in total, we'll say there was 300. You know, technically 200. But
200
like
for the shirt, 50. Or then there's the 250s. So, yeah.
And the shirt itself, someone sent me that shirt who used to watch my stream. It's from a thrift shop. It's just a fucking Hawaiian t-shirt. And they're like, you want this shirt? I'll send it to you. And I'm like, yeah, sure. And yeah, dude. So
yeah, I was wondering where it came from because I didn't know if that was the Mitchie Fox shirt or if it was a separate shirt that you had.
It is a $5 Goodwill Hawaiian t-shirt.
Man, you're flipping
that
shirts
was worn
now,
by
too.
you.
Yeah, that I flipped. Yeah, it was a really weird moment. It was definitely a weird moment though when someone's paying you for your t-shirt. I was just like, am I like, do I got it like that? Like, are people really a fan of this like that? Okay, all right, man. Like that's, you know,
That's
I don't
kinda
feel.
cool.
I don't know how to feel about it. Essentially, it's definitely strange. After the stream was there, I just sat there. I was just like, I don't know how to feel about this. That's why I brought it up on our podcast. I was like, do you think this guy's gonna fucking come to this t-shirt? Like, what is he gonna do with my t-shirt? Is he actually like, I don't know.
He's gonna clone you, I think.
Dude,
what he's gonna
I don't
do.
know.
Maybe he already has the LeBron game worn. He just wants yours framed right next to him.
Hey,
That's what he said.
cave,
He
bro.
said clean it and sign it. That's what he wants. So
Oh, he said clean it. Okay.
yeah, he said clean it, sign it, pull up. I'll buy you dinner. We'll hang out.
He probably just wanted like some sentimental like thing from you that's like a part of like your online persona and just wanted to like honor you by like donating to you. I don't think it's inherently like anything.
Yeah.
will you bring a
nefarious,
gun?
you know?
Please bring a gun. Thank you.
Can I have the gun you threatened Twitch with? Can I buy
I'll
that?
sell that to anybody out there. If you want that gun, I will sell it to you. By the way, hit me up.
I can't legally own one, so.
He won't sell you the hollow points though. You got to buy those somewhere else.
Yeah, you're not getting the ammo. Let's not get crazy here. You know,
Yeah.
it's just tied out here. But I'll sell that. Yeah, I've been trying to sell that gun actually because I have 3 handguns. I don't need 3 handguns. So like I actually am trying.
Is it bad omens?
Yeah, you only
ever
have 2
since-
hands.
Is it bad omens ever since you got banned? Do you want to sell it?
No, I've been trying to sell it before that. It's just it's just a stock Glock 17. It's not stock. It's got night sights on it, which are like $150 or something.
Yeah, it looked like it had carbon rails too. And sorry, I don't.
But I will. Yeah, I've been trying to sell it. You know, I have another full size. I have like a small. Like if I'm actually gonna carry a gun with me, a small one. Shotgun, rifle, I don't need anything else, dude. I had a small gun phase. Nothing crazy, though.
Yeah.
Not like, so that guy who's at my house today eating miniature corn dogs with me, that guy has, I think...
He looks like it.
Well, he has probably 70 to 80 guns.
Wow.
So he's like the FPS Russia of Tennessee is what you're saying.
Yes, that guy can also shoot the fucking ass off a fly at like 1,000 yards. He is...
Dude, that
that's
guy
good.
looked... He looked like a good old boy.
He's a former, starts with an S.
That
so
rules.
he's yeah, he'll dome your ass.
Steakhouse
for sure.
chef.
Dude, so one time something cool that guy did was he took a round, like a 9mm round, and we went all the way out in this field and he stuck it like he wedged it into a piece of wood, like facing out, you know?
Yeah.
And a way a round is fired the back of it is smacked, igniting said bullet, you know, putting it through the gun, blah blah blah. So we go back. He has it's a small rifle, it's a 22, but we're like, I forgot, we're hundreds of yards away, probably thousands. He shoots the back of that bullet and ignites it and sets it off from like a distance.
Wow.
Oh,
That's
that's
fucking
crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking sick. I was like, all right, bro, you're kind of him for that. Like when he did
Yeah.
it on
Yeah,
the
you're
first
that
try
guy.
too. You know, he did it on the first try. I was like, he wasn't using like a crazy like caliber or anything, but like just the precision and the distance we were at was pretty insane that he fucking hit that shot. Especially, I mean, we're talking like the surface area is insane to hit that, and especially at that distance. There was some wind, etc. He just sat there though for like 20 minutes, kept looking, like moving around, like left and right, and like he's got his little fucking thing, and he's like turning, and then he did it, and I was just like, holy fucking shit! Like, I'm glad you're my friend, and
that's crazy
that you have a ranch in the middle of nowhere, and like if there's zombies, like I'm coming here, man. Thanks.
Well, the one I know,
you.
the former S that I know, he stopped being one because he almost shot his wife. So, ex-wife, I should say ex-wife.
What kind of S was he, man? Like SS or?
Oh, Jesus.
No, for a military of the United States.
Oh, okay.
That's crazy.
A SEAL, right? That's what.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I was thinking
I'm
special
so sorry.
ops or something.
I was talking about the guys that are good at shooting things from distance.
Snipers.
The things I used to use in Black Ops too.
I was thinking the
DSR 50s.
Yeah.
No.
I'm talking the type of shit that Vonderhaar got death threats about when he nerfed them on Black Ops 2.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly.
But yeah,
well,
he's a beast though.
This shit's fucking crazy.
Not
I
the
can never
guy you're
imagine
talking
being
about,
like,
my friend. The
Well,
guy you're
I
talking
mean,
about is probably not.
it's
Yeah.
like both of those guys are fucking crazy for different reasons and on different ends of the crazy spectrum. Let's be clear.
that's just the story I heard, but which may not be true. But
yeah, well, I mean,
2025 is shaping up, guys. What do you think?
I think it'll be okay. It'll be okay, you know.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
I think I can start it off here by saying that it's been 2 hours and 54 minutes, and I'm fucking ready. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep. Me too.
Just say you hate us. Just say you hated being here, okay?
Look, I wanted to go
man?
fucking 2 hours and 50 minutes ago. Okay,
Hold up. We have here respect the man's Beandip. We have here at 9:53. I will shit my pants if I have to, and he's still
That is
here.
true.
So,
That is true.
okay,
I totally forgot he said that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
This is oh my god! Did you do an Oslo moment? Did you do an Oslo moment? Do we gotta check the diaper? Like, what's going on here?
Dude,
maybe.
Bro's been clenching in his chair. He gained half an inch in his chair from his ass cheeks going together, trying to hold it in.
Dude, Swang taught me some Shaolin monk tech to steal your mind. So that's what I use because he was recently in
Shout out
training.
Swang, bro.
Everybody knows what you're talking about, so that's good that you said
Yes. Swang, KBK, streamer from Britain who streams RuneScape.
Swang's the goat. Sorry.
that.
Anyways,
That's cool.
Prison Joe, thank you for being here. It's been a lovely episode. As always, it is me, Ubaru, Coconut Beandip, and Ellie's X on the Terminally Online podcast. Thanks for watching, guys. It's been super fun.
Put a big dog in the comments for Prison Joe.
Big dog.
Yes, big dog if you like Prison Joe, and fuck you if you like us, or maybe not. Maybe not say fuck you.
Watch Talk Tuesday.
Prison Joe.
Come say hi on the stream and watch these guys and watch Behemeth when I'm hosting. Fuck Tasty.
Fuck
and
Tasty.
you can watch our
check all our
podcast
links.
too. You know, Uber will be on there sometimes probably. And maybe one of these other guys. Maybe Beandip next year. Maybe next year thing. We'll see.
We'll table it for now.
Are we gatekeeping Beandip from 2025? Is that what we're doing?
I want him
now?
to keep his channel.
Oh yeah, it might be.
Dude, hey, listen.
Okay, if you ever do a Top Tuesday with Beandip, you definitely have to script it because it could go off the rails pretty fast. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, we'll have to like put that through Saint. It's like the writing office twice, you know. Dude, shout out to Beandip. Beandip's he's been a ghostwriter for Top Tuesday.
That's true.
Shout out. He's giving me some good ideas. So has Alex. So have you. All of you guys have.
You didn't
Not
take
Mason
my
though.
break.
Every
You
time
didn't
I
take-
ask that guy, he's like, I don't know, man.
I don't know. That guy doesn't know shit.
I don't know.
And he doesn't know when we
nothing
record
about
the
that guy.
podcast.
Doesn't know what time it is either.
Fuck that guy.
You. All right, let's end it.
I love you, Mason.
All right. Thank you guys again for watching. All our links will be in the bios if you want to check us out. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.